okay, thank God. For some reason, I thought like my mic was off. And hi, hello everybody. How are you? I'm a little tired. Not gonna lie. I did sleep. It's okay. It's okay. Which is why we're doing a very nice chill watching stream today, right? Very nice chill. Oh shit, that's so loud. What the fuck? Okay, I need to chill. I need to chill that notification. But Collector Raven, thank you so much for continuing your first class. I really appreciate it. 3 months with Lily and all I got is this anniversary message. It's true. I am something. Anki at my bank. Is bank being stupid? Is bank being stupid? Hi, Blair. Sorry, Blair, no trains today. You don't have to be here. It's no trains. Not letting me buy your probably being safe then. Do you mean you're not getting 300 subs? I most definitely am not, right? We're doing this again, huh? We are. I said what I said. I want to know more about this person. We're on part 3. We still have 59 minus 3. 56. 56 more to go. I'm here because I like your stream. Safe my head. Is my presence here unwanted? It is never unwanted. It is always wanted. I just don't know if you really want to be here if we're not doing trains. So I wanted to be honest about it. Okay. Alrighty. We're gonna start. Last I can recap. He actually got onto the Nintendo thing. Still on the search for a boyfriend-free girl. Still a he at this moment. So, I want to hear Lily try to pronounce my name. And Immaculate. How'd I do? Yeah, so far, they seem very wholesome. So far, they seem very nice and chill and wholesome. And every single person in the world is like, it's not gonna stay this long. Keep waiting. Just go. So, I know you guys don't want to continue watching this with me, but I will continue watching it, and you might, if you would like. And Immaculate, spot on. Hell yeah, it is. You kidding me? Look at me. English, 200%. 200% English. I'm waiting. I know. We're just nice and chill right now. Just all wholesome. Look, like the way that they said some things regarding, like, you know, girls and how they feel about them is a little sus, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, and the racism and the homophobia, both kind of really sus. But it you know, there you go. So let's start. Okay, the music is loud.
This way? What is the attraction?
By the way, this was made in March 9th, 2019, so it doesn't have the newest things about them having sexual relations with their mother. Disarray, thank you so much for joining our first class right after following. Disarray, thank you for joining our first class and boarding. Welcome to Liba Airlines. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable flight. Oh yeah, anime boy. That's the new stuff. The new stuff is literally they had sexual relations with their mother.
My name is Christian Chandler, age 22 at this time. I will be 23 on February 24th, 2005. Anyway, for over a year now, I've been trying to attract an 18 to 22-year-old boyfriend-free girl, 18 to 21 before February 24th,
18 to 20. Matt!
Anywho, been trying for over a year to attract a girl.
Matt, what's happening? But also, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for continuing your first class. Awesome. I'm sorry, what? You're joking. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Look it up.
And you know, when you had so many failures at this time, you can't help but feel sad, you know?
You know what? I'm sorry. I know my logo is really pretty, but just we need subtitles right now.
And well, all I want for Christmas is a boyfriend-free girl.
Chris prepares for Christmas 2004 by singing 2 of his songs for the camera. He performs So Need a Cute Girl.
I so need a cute girl my age.
Followed
Tell
by
me
All I
why.
Want for Christmas is a Pretty Girlfriend.
All I want for
Oh my god, they're crying. They're
Oh,
crying.
she has to be 18 to 22.
She has to be 18 to 22.
Well, at this time of year, all I can say right now is that I hope Santa will comply with my request. and bring me-
Shiramukara is now boarding.
Pretty
Welcome to
girl.
Lilybell Airlines. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable
And
flight.
so, happy holidays from me, Christian Chandler. By the way, you can call me Chris in public. And thank you.
Christian whipped his camera out for Christmas Day too, and documented the state of the house at that time.
'Twas Christmas Day, and all
This
through
is
the
actually
house,
kind of
the
nice.
creatures that were stirring for my family.
At least he didn't.
And
At least they didn't ask for a
and our
child
2 cats.
yet.
And we wander upon our wondrous.
This is so
Christmas
nice.
tree.
We can't talk about Christmas. I get too emotional with Christmas around. Okay, I get too emotional.
Delicately,
The star on top of the tree is
I want you guys to know that this is a little different for me because for a long time I actually didn't like the holidays at all because it was so lonely. During the holidays, like, yeah, I mean, I had a good time having like Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner with my family, right? But during the holidays, it made like everything makes it seem so much nicer with a cuddle buddy. I don't feel that way anymore. I've definitely gone past that, right? But back then, I used to basically hate holidays because of that crap. Why am I censoring myself? I'm not on YouTube. I used to hate the holidays because of that shit. Frantic wave from work. Frantic wave back, Benish, hello.
in fact Sonichu. Chris reveals that his dreams were dashed that day.
and a Christmas present that was supposed to be for the girlfriend that Santa brought, but unfortunately, she didn't show.
Oh, this is so sad. Look, I know that he's like, I know they're like
Say
23.
hello, Father.
Just, yeah, hello. Say hello back, rude.
Well, I'm gonna play on to VHS anyway.
Say hello back, Bob. So rude. Hi, W.
And our mothers. sleeping
Mars,
in
thank
the
you
dark
so much
area.
for the biddies. I
Would you
really
care to
appreciate it.
share,
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas with the world, Father?
The tour puts a spotlight on the extent of
Ho, ho, ho.
in the house, as Chris visibly has trouble navigating through the horde.
Can you say something to the entire world?
At least Barbara's saying that.
After
Jesus.
the tour, Chris documents
See,
the
look,
gift
follow
exchange,
Barb's
revealing the
thing,
interpersonal
Bob.
dynamics of the family.
Okay.
Yeah, it's recording. So here we are around the Christmas tree. We're gonna open presents.
Dude, the way they say hooray, like the way they're like not happy at all. I mean, they're old. Gotta admit, they are old when they had Chris. So.
Read to Mom.
I want to thank you all for your support and love throughout my fantastic love quest. Pooey. And
Fooey? Pooey?
Santa doesn't bring me one, no Chris, no Tommy.
Kitty.
Like I asked him, then I'm going to need some support finding a warp fence free.
What the
Here's my
hell?
question. Hope you all like my
What the fuck? Okay, that's weird to get. That's weird to ask your parents.
today I'm thinking of Christmas and
Actually, no. I've asked my mother to hook me up with someone before.
Christian gives
Yeah,
the
Bob
gift
really is
of
getting too old. Which
DVD
episode is this? This is
show
episode
to
3.
unlock on DVD or on VHS. After Christian discreetly implies that he wants to keep the DVD for himself, Bob caves in
What?
and chooses to take
My family and I are very close. So, as a joke, right? I've asked before, Mom, you should just hook me up with someone. How'd that go? She hasn't gotten there yet. She owes me one. She owes me a girlfriend-free boyfriend, honestly.
the VHS.
So what exactly is happening? Are we finding out that Chris Chan guy? Yeah, we're basically learning about his entire life story and how it led up to now, where she reveals that she had sex with her mother.
Want the VHS.
Benish, as a joke, wink. Please don't tell me you plan on watching all 50. It's actually 59 in total.
Remember the original white DVD?
So, yeah, I do plan on it.
What's on there?
You guys are all subjected to this with me now. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
VHS worked better in my system.
Chris presents
Oh,
Barbara
jeez.
with a Lego set.
Snowboarding stuff.
He gives her a plush doll of the Japanese character Hamtaro.
Oh my god! Okay, I'm a little jealous. Hamtaro's adorable. Are you kidding me?
It's a hamtaro. He's a little hamster.
He's a little hamster.
He's a little itty bitty hamster.
He's a little itty bitty hamster.
The family discussed the possibility of a surprise visit from Sarah.
Oh, that's my present for Sarah. Because, you know, she might come over. Well, she did last year, remember?
Chris attempts at an embrace with his mother, but ends up hurting her instead.
Here, oops, I'm sorry. Don't work my head. I'm sorry.
He does it again.
2 boxes together here.
I mean, the way that, like...
Barb another present. A snow globe with him in it.
Snow globe. With me in it.
Aw, that's actually kind of sweet, though. These are kind of sweet.
Got Sancho in it, look.
Oh.
You know, one side, Sancho on the other. That's cool. I got it over at Walmart, the snow globe.
Well, that's nice. Hi, Shady.
Cool. Yeah, that's neat.
Hi, Train. I'm happy. I'm glad.
Yeah, we can go back downstairs.
Hey, Lily, do you like cute boys? I like cute legal boys, if anybody's about to say something. Yes.
After the gift unwrapping, Christian went back to his room to record a video recapping the
Oh,
events.
Mars. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for the notifications now.
Family Christmas of 2004. I did get some nice gifts, but it does not compare to having a boyfriend-free girl that can make it to a girlfriend.
What the fuck? The way that he says this makes me feel so uncomfortable, honestly.
But she didn't. My lifelong friend, Sarah Hammer.
Oh. Oh no.
You
I
know,
see
she's
it.
not being paired up with that jerk Wes Isley.
Oh no! This is it! This is it!
Yeah, but seriously though, I wish she was here so that I could talk to her and so she can help me in my quest to get a
It's coming. It's
boyfriend.
coming. Did you see that? Did you see that just then, though? Go back to after he says that jerk Wes Isley and he goes, you know, when he punches his face. Also, Zara, thank you so much for continuing your first class. I appreciate it. Bob Skywalker and Ultima Seawolf are now boarding. Welcome to Lima Airlines. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable flight.
Had not been paired up with that jerk Wes Isley.
That jerk Wes Isley, dude. You can see it. You can see it.
But seriously,
This is the descent.
I wish she
Yeah,
was
I
here
can
so
turn up the
could
volume. My
talk to
bad.
her and so she can help me in my quest to get a boyfriend-free 18, 22-year-old girl.
Airline? Yeah, Lilybell Airlines. I am the mascot of this airline company.
Well, anyway, that pretty much sums up.
I'm the
my,
Mickey
Christmas
Mouse
season
to,
for this
you know,
year,
Disney
so,
of airline.
and showbiz. Goodbye, folks.
As he entered 2005, Christian
Red
continued
Robin
his tried
sounds
and true
good.
tradition of pacing around the mall, hoping to attract a boyfriend-free girl. His
Stop.
activities quickly caught the eye of Anna McLaren,
Oh,
an
no.
employee of Pack and Son at Charlottesville Fashion Square.
What did he say? What did he just call? What did Gino just call it?
Caught the eye of Anna McLaren, an employee of Pack and Son.
What the fuck is Pack and Son? What the fuck is Pack and Son?
At Charlottesville Fashion Square, who described her encounter with him in a blog post titled The Tale of the Crazy Pacer. There was a guy who paced in front of Abercrombie & Fitch. He'd come and do it for hours on end, just
No.
walking back and
I know what Pack Son is. Pack and Son ain't shit.
forth. He was an okay-looking guy, not evil-looking like creepy molester dude.
Wow,
So
thanks.
he would pace for his allotted time, then leave. Sometimes, as he paced, he would sing or shout. Nobody really could ever tell what he was saying. Oh yeah, and he always wore the same shirt. A nice little long-sleeved red and blue number that had a gold crest on the left side, and white collar and cuffs. Then, one day, he decided to start pacing on the Pac Sun side, so he started
Thank you.
pacing in
Thank you
front
for
of
saying
our
Pack
store.
Son. Jesus.
We were doing floor set, and Lin noticed that crazy pacer kept looking into Pac's son as he paced. And this day, he was acting particularly crazy. He'd pace and pace, then stop and shout something at the wall.
Don't
then
make
keep
fun of him
pacing.
for being
And
unable
he
to read
also
his
did some
own
singing,
script.
even getting into the vibrato falsetto junks. It was hilarious. So anyways, someone, I can't remember who, suggested that the next time he looked in, we wave at him. So they waved, and Christian waved back. After some waving back and forth, Christian
hell
took
is
the
happening?
initiative and entered the store. He
Okay.
came right up to the counter that I was standing behind, Auntie looks right at me, all fidgety and twitchy, and he goes, "You look to be..."
See, it says so much that the first thing that Chris says, the minute he sees a girl, is like, you're legal though, right? You're legal? You're legal? I mean, I know I do that, but that's for other reasons, okay? That's not to hit on anybody. That's so that I can say the crap that I fucking say in front of everybody.
Be about 19 years old,
That's
right?
right? That's fucking creepy. That's creepy as shit to like literally go up to somebody and all you really care, like the first thing that you ask.
He then proceeded to introduce himself. "My name is Christian," he said, "but you can call me Chris. I'm Christian W. Chandler." "Oh," I said.
Like, I don't go up to people like, but you're like, for me, it's like, hey, so that I can like say the things that I say, right? But not in terms of this, like, this is super predatorial.
"Hi, Chris."
Am I
So,
allowed to
he
spoil Chris
continued,
Chandler?
"Do
No,
angels
you're
have
not.
names?"
No,
I
you're
found out
not.
later
Thank
that
you.
he meant to say,
But
"Do
I do
angels
know
like
two
you have
things. I know
names?"
that they are
Poor guy
now
was so nervous,
going
he
by
didn't get it
she.
right.
And
Anna introduces herself.
they
Then
also,
Chris
you know,
talks
I know
about
the
eyes.
most recent thing.
My
But
eyes
thank you
are
for
two
asking.
different
Thank you for
colors.
asking.
One of them is green and the other is blue. That's because I had pink eye a while back and one of them stayed that way. "What color are your eyes?"
What
I
the
was pretty
fuck?
grossed out by the pink eye
Ew!
story, but I told
Yo,
him anyway.
Comrade Dell! Comrade! Papa Dell's pizza delivery? What kind of pizza you delivering? I need to know. I need pizza. Dude, oh, hey, you guys. I don't know if you guys know this. A lot of people are new here. I've been going on a diet and a workout spree for a while because I need to lose the 30 pounds that I gained last year in the middle of COVID. And I'm like, on Sunday, I hung out with my family and I just had like shabu, which is essentially just like meat and soup and like udon, right? And I lost, some weight. So seeing that happen afterwards, and then yesterday I had some pasta and immediately that weight gained back. And I know that you guys are gonna be like, oh, weight doesn't just jump back and forth. It's not like that, it doesn't do it like overnight and stuff like that. And I'm like, I know that. But me, myself, and I just am upset that that's how it happens. You know what I mean? But anyways, this is the only thing to go with this video. What is it? But also, Comrade Dell, thank you so much for taking your folks on tour. Hello, tourists. My name is Lilybell. I love to travel, and I'm just trying my fucking best, okay? Seriously. Meanwhile, me desperate to even get any kind of weight W. Take mine. Take it.
Sometimes blue, sometimes green, and usually gray. "Oh, that's neat. It's funny..."
Oh, pineapple. I see pineapple. This is the only thing to go with this video. Ah, shit. Does anybody want my pineapple pizza? Shit.
"How that happens, isn't it?" "Yeah," I said. He attempts to...
Wait. Okay, so I missed it.
Way. Sometimes blue, sometimes green, and usually gray. "Oh, that's neat. It's funny how that happens, isn't it?" "Yeah," I said. He attempts to ask her out, but Anna declines. He eventually settles on the internet as
At
a
least
form
he,
for
like-
future communication between them. Christian came back and handed me a card with a crudely drawn Sonic the Hedgehog and some other yellow Sonic-looking creature
Oh
on
my
it, along with
God.
Christian's name, email address, and website. It was a homemade business card. "That's my email address, and you can just email me sometime, okay?" "Okay," I said, not intending to email him at all. Little did either of them know, but this was the start of a friendship.
Shut
For the time
up!
being,
You're
Chris's contact
kidding!
with Anna
You're
was
fucking
sparse.
kidding! So she did email him!
In February, Cartoon Network's Adult Swim block held a contest which asked viewers to make their own commercial advertising the release of the cartoon series Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, Volume 1 DVD
Harvey
set.
Birdman,
Christian
Attorney
sent
at
in
Law.
his own unique take, in which he mentions his ongoing feud with Mary Lee Walsh.
Hello, I hired Harvey Durbin, attorney at law, to help me.
Durbin, attorney at law?
In my case against Bernie Walsh, who years ago shared my heart. And he has won the case for me, and you have won for me. A Harvey Birdman 2-disc DVD box set, which comes out April 12, 2005.
He finishes with a brief promotion of his custom cards depicting himself
Oh,
and
God bless
Sonichu.
him. Oh, God bless him.
Production.
Regrettably, the winning entry did not feature Chris. In response, he vented his frustration at
You're fucking kidding! He's upset that he didn't win the contest? Are you kidding? Are you fucking oh, man. You know what? To any artist out there that didn't choose me to win their art contest, you're dead to me. No, I'm just kidding. Please, nobody clip that out of context. Seriously, no, don't do that. That's actually, no. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I might drop out at some point. I can't take this. I'm so sorry, 86. I'm so sorry. And also, what was I saying? Oh, boss, Steve
Cruising
Onicle.
on
Thank
the
you so
Adult Swim
much. I
message board.
appreciate.
My entry
Welcome
was
to
very
Lily
dramatic
Airlines. Hope you have a
and
safe
a
and
lot
enjoyable
better
flight.
than that piece of poo or any of the others that made the top 5 as well. I'm
Well,
very
yeah,
upset
I
about
know,
that.
I know.
My Quick's Harvey Birdman spot was the best, and I feel sorry for you, Adult Swim, for not noticing that. You all should take another good look at it and seriously reconsider.
Wow.
In March, Christian published Sonichu Issue 0, his first full-length comic. The issue is further divided
I
into
will,
episodes,
thank you,
much like a
Father! I
television
will,
show,
thank you,
with
Father!
a different story in each one. Episode 1 begins in an open field 5 miles
Yes,
from
Comic
the city of Station
Sans, Comic
Square, in which a
Sans!
wild Pikachu observes fighting in the distance between Supersonic and the perfect Chaos Monster. Pikachu gets caught in the scuffle and collides with Sonic, the impact releasing a rainbow which lands on a girl Raichu 15 miles away, who then transforms into a hedgehog-like creature and calls herself Rosechu.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the Pikachu somehow inherited Supersonic's powers in changed form and joins Sonic in the battle, defeating the perfect Chaos Monster. He christens himself Sonichu. Christian himself interjects here and there. He draws himself having one blue and one green eye, as he had told Anna. His eyes
that
are
true,
in fact
though?
different colors, but the difference is nowhere near as profound as in his illustrations.
Oh, so he actually does have
He then
different
proceeds
colored
to
eyes.
introduce Quickville, and reveals that he is also the mayor of said town. He then goes on to introduce all the main characters of the story, including Mary Lee Walsh. He saves himself for last, and devotes a full page to talk about Christian Weston Chandler. The next episode concerns Sonichu and Rosechu meeting and quickly falling in love, sharing a kiss underneath a spray of fireworks.
God bless him.
In episode 3,
My dream.
Sonichu confesses that he has a
Why can't I
dislike
be
for
Rosechu?
pickles, as does Christian in real life. This is followed by the introduction
I'm so sorry. But look at the way that he
Dislike for
says, "I
pickles,
hate
as
pickles."
does-
The way he literally said, I hate pickles." He really made it so serious. He really made it so fucking serious. Holy shit. Roche has a boyfriend or no?
as Christian in
Thankfully, Kelly gave me like,
real life.
oh god.
This is
like
followed by
why
the
are you so
introduction
upset
of
that
the
you hate
evil
pickles?
foe, Natesurk, whose name is simply Christian, backwards.
Oh,
After the battle is won,
okay, that makes a
Mayor
lot of
Chandler
sense.
drives off in his car, carrying the Virginia vanity plate, Sonichu,
I really thought he said virginity for like 2 seconds.
identical to the one on his real-life car. It should be noted that Sonichu refers to Chris as his father, even though his creation has nothing to do with Christian.
Yeah, that's
The
weird.
comic ends
That-
with a
that's fucking
sub-episode
weird.
starring Chris in a story based on his run-in with the mall police. However, in this version, he clutches his medallion, says Electric Hedgehog Power, and transforms into Chris Chan Sonichu,
Oh, God
who largely
bless.
looks like a blue-colored Sonichu,
Oh, God
making him look like the
fucking
original
bless.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Meanwhile, the
And
Jerkop
then
equips metal armor.
He got
Needless to
sued.
say, Chris defeats him by cursing him into experiencing horrendous bad luck by using his Curse-Ye-Ha-Me-Ha attack.
Oh, God bless. Cletus Gleaming is now
Towards the end
boarding.
of
Welcome
March,
to Lily Airlines. Hope you have a safe and
Hannah,
enjoyable
who
flight.
worked at Starbucks in the fashion square,
No,
approached Christian during
Rosechu's
his
boyfriend
near
is
daily
Sonichu.
pacing and asked him out on a date. After she left, I became very excited.
Wait,
and
what? Is that real? Is that real?
who worked at Towards the end of March, Hannah, who worked
Oh my
at
God, that's
Starbucks
real.
in the fashion square, approached Christian during his near daily pacing and asked him out on a date.
Oh, God bless you, Hannah.
After
God
she
bless
left,
you.
I
No,
became
not
very
fucking
excited
Starbucks,
and
dude.
oh my god, all over. After calling mom and eating me nuggets, I lifted the chair
Yeah!
with such cheer and grace and spun around with it like a dancer. Then I put it back where it was.
Oh my God,
I felt that my love quest had finally come to an end,
I'm so happy.
and I
I'm
so
happy.
elated
Somebody
that
ask
my
me out
shattered
while I'm
heart
eating
had a
nuggets,
full,
please.
fast recovery. I went to Starbucks, and we talked about basic things. I showed her my Sonichu scrapbook.
My
She was very impressed.
nuggies.
I gave her my
I'm
email
a big fan of
and
nuggets,
both my phone
so.
numbers on a
Hi,
Sonichu
Farah.
site card,
Hi,
and she gave me her
Paradox.
email address. I was very attentive as I took notes about her and maintained eye contact. As I left her, I gave her a double take.
Oh my god. I'm sorry if I'm taking too many breaks. I just like I need to wrap my head around all of this, you know? Like having to maintain eye contact. Well, actually that's fair, but I'm not that big a fan of eye contact either. I try to do it just I don't know. This whole thing is just whew. Being wooed, are we? Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, God. Couldn't imagine somebody being attentive and maintaining eye contact and then actually giving a double take flirt. Like, man, y'all take notes.
Wait, that was the rise. Now here comes the fall. As I was sitting at my spot, thinking about future steps for later dates, Anna and Dana told me they went to talk to Hannah. She told them that she was setting me up in a prank. I could not believe it, so I found and asked Hannah. Sadly, it was true.
No.
Then in major shock, my heart shattered again by 85%, and I let out a big no. His outburst of negation resulted in Chris getting banned from the mall again. He devoted the second sub-episode to this misadventure.
Oh my gosh. Sad.
Not long after, he completed his second Sonichu comic, Sonichu Issue 1. Pokemon's
Lily,
Giovanni
the
teams up
Sonichu
with
dear
Sonic
Krishan,
villain
please,
Dr.
love us.
Robotnik to create their own Sonichu in order to defeat the real thing. Unfortunately, a blunder causes Sonichu's DNA sample to get corrupted with cherry cola, producing an imperfect replica of our hero, called Black Sonichu, also known as Blotchu. Blotchu captures Rosechu, so Sonichu and Sonic team up to rescue her. After combating
What the
Blotchu
fuck?
and
I'm
the
getting
new
so
Metal
confused.
Sonichu,
I'm getting so
they
confused.
eventually save
The lore
Rosechu.
behind this is too real.
The style of
too
the comic
realistic.
became more
I
text-heavy,
can't follow
with some
along.
conversations
It's
so
like World War II or
convoluted
something. Hold
that
on.
Chris numbered the lines in the order that they should be read. The following month,
That's a lot of
Chris's
fucking
review
lines.
for Sprung, a dating simulation game for Nintendo DS, was
Oh
published
my
in
god! Oh
Nintendo
my god!
Power.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
originally
I want to play that. I want to play that. I want to play that.
I bought the game because I needed some lessons on what to say to or do for a girl. To make a long story short, I developed a fear that all the pretty girls are already paired up with a boyfriend.
No, hun.
I've dubbed this social phobia noiophobia, after the Spanish
No,
word
you.
for
I thought it was
boyfriend.
novella.
Anyway, before Sprung, I was afraid to approach most women. FYI, I am 22 years old. I tried to silently attract a boyfriend-free girl, mostly with signs, for over 1 year and 4 months. Then Sprung provided me with general things to say and do, so I felt more confident. When I tried my newfound expressions from the dating simulator, I forgot my fear of the infinitely high boyfriend factor, and I met a couple of lady friends, with whom I feel more comfortable. So thank you Nintendo and Ubisoft for the dating advice that this frustrated virgin needed. Christian C. On April
Yes,
13th,
Leighton?
a University of Virginia student wrote a blog post that included her observations of Christian, whom she renamed
Oh, also-
Sonichu.
I don't remember the rest of the words, but
Hanging around the Alderman Library. So Sonichu returned to
Guess
Alderman
what that
today.
website I showed you
I'm
a
not
while
sure
ago
what to
has.
make of him. He sits in his
Leighton,
chair
we're gonna do it.
and
We're gonna do
draws
it.
his
We're gonna do
Sonichu
it. We're
comics.
totally gonna do it. Are you fucking
Harmless,
kidding me?
I
We're
asked
gonna do
me.
it.
Yet I feel like he knows he's different. He knows that the world rushing in front of him is not his own, surrounded by the brightest students in America, whatever that means. He sits in his chair and draws. 23 years old. I'm not sure he even graduated high
Wait,
school.
is this somebody? Hold on. Is this something that somebody wrote about him? Oh yeah, wrote a blog post that included. Okay.
Surrounded by the brightest students in America, whatever that means. He sits in his chair and draws.
Is it too late for
23
VP
years old.
Bros?
I'm not sure he
Hi,
even graduated high
Faye.
school. In front of him, text of Plato, Faulkner, God, and Kleist's swirl. Does he have the capacity to understand these
Okay,
works?
well that's kind of fucked
Whether
up.
can
Maybe
or
he
not,
does.
I'm not sure. But there is something in his
Really? You're gonna talk about him not being able to like have the capacity to understand the works, right? But you use the wrong there. You use the wrong fucking there. You use THEIR. What the fuck, man? That's the wrong That's the wrong fucking there. You really gonna sit here and judge this person when you don't even know the right there from there? Fuck you.
eyes that realizes that there is a level of understanding and thought that he is unable to partake in. As he slumps lower and lower in his chair, with each student he eyes reading or holding a book, he falls into himself, into the markers and colors
No,
on the
you
page in
didn't,
front of him.
Manny.
He seems intelligent enough to understand that he does not understand, and that is the hardest part of all. In early May, Chris
Let me tell you something. The person I think is very, very smart are the people who actually, who actually accept that they are not, that they are not all knowledgeable. There we go.
Released Sonichu
So
issue
there's
2.
always something to learn.
This marks a turning
Always
point
something to
in the
learn.
comic as the story begins to focus on Christian rather than Sonichu. Episode 7 concerns the Antuant Prophecy. When Sonic explains the mysterious prophecy to Christian, Chris reaffirms that he is the creator and father of Sonichu. They enter the Destiny Cave and unknowingly release an ancient evil power. Chris also meets an ancient leader of the Cherokee clan, who reveals that Chris is his reincarnation. He is told that he has to unleash ancient powers to defeat the evil by using his Sonichu medallion to transform
Why are they
into
going
Chris
so
Jan's
far
Sonichu.
into this?
The story ends in a cliffhanger, with Sarah Hammer and Wes
Oh,
Isley
that's
getting
why.
possessed by mysterious forces.
Wow.
Between episodes 7 and 8, Chris inserts an advertisement for Axe body spray.
God
in which,
bless, God
ignorant
bless.
of the societal
Believe it or
norms
not,
of
I also
hygiene,
like Axe
unknowingly
body spray.
confesses that he
Not
believes
for
that
myself,
bathing
just to
makes
smell on
people
other
smell
people.
exceptionally nice, to the
Yeah.
point that people would compliment you,
No, my heart's sweet.
and that using Axe body spray is just as effective as bathing. Episode
May I
8
orbit
continues
your...
with
Wait. What? Wow, sweet Bolt. You smell great. Did you bathe? No, my heart sweet. I use the Orion scent. Then, may I orbit your belt?
Axe body spray is just as
I
effective
see that
as
you're learning
bathing.
Krishan. I'm so sorry
Episode
for you.
8
Yes,
continues with
thank
Wes
you. Thank
meeting
you for
his
your
past self,
pities.
who is a member
Thank you
of the
very much for
Wasabi
your
clan,
pities.
and
I will
turns
take
into
them.
Wesley
I'm not dumb enough to
Sonichu
not
and
take
vows
them.
to kill Chris. Sarah also sees a vision and meets the queen of the Cherokee clan and transforms into Sarama Rosechu. Meanwhile, Chris Chan Sonichu accidentally transforms back into his human self, leaving him vulnerable to attack from Wesley Sonichu,
Oh,
who
God.
turns himself into a ball and goes for a flying attack, prompting this exchange from the protagonists. What the? Sonichu, run! You don't have to tell me twice, but during the Stone Age.
What?
Chris figures out that his attacker is Wes Isley and confesses how jealous he is of him for being with Sarah, who is eavesdropping nearby. Wesley reveals that he only wants to steal the Cherokean crown. Chris changes into Chris Chan and fights Wesley Sonichu, who eventually knocks Chris out and steals the crown, which inexplicably just came into being. Before Wesley can finish him off, Sarama intervenes and fires a lightning bolt arrow at Wesley, pinning him to an unsacred tree. In the final episode, Sarah breaks up with Wes, who cries out no while shrugging. They learn that Quickville, which is a vibrant community with happy people, cool chicks, business, and a frustrated male, is under attack from a giant stone golem, which is under the control
Why did he say golem like that?
of Mary Lee Walsh and a mysterious talking orb. So
I
Chris
feel
Chan,
like I can do it.
Sarah
I
and
feel like I
Wesley
can really do
fly
it. Like
over
if
there to
somebody
fight
found
them.
me all of the
The
comments,
orb
I feel like I
reveals
could do a
itself
full
as
dramatic
the ancient
reading.
evil and announces that he is Count Graduan.
Is
who
this
a
integral to Chris's
personification
life? I
symbolizing the
think
pain
it's
and
supposed to
sadness
like
of Christian
help
graduating
boost
from high
more of
school.
our understanding
The
of
three
how
heroes beat them off for a little while,
obsessed he
but
really
Walsh
is
and
about Sarah
Graduan
and Wesley.
escape, vowing to fight another day. In the epilogue, Christian and Sarah chat on the couch, and unfortunately for Chris, she reveals that she has found herself another boyfriend named William, and thanks Chris for being a great friend.
Wait, is this real? Is this based off a real? I kind of want to read it. I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of, they're monetized. The comics are hard copy. Oh my God.
Sarah chat on
sorry,
boyfriend
sorry.
named William,
So this must
and
be
thanks
real
Chris
because
for being a great
like
friend. Christian dedicates an entire page to Sarah Hammer, his lifelong friend, and offers some highlights of their time together. Currently, I don't get to see he as much as I did, because she found herself a boyfriend while I was in Richmond.
okay, so she does
But I
have a
often
new
wonder how
boyfriend,
she
and this is just like
and if she is happy with him. I share my troubles with her in my illustrations, letters, and over the phone. I always appreciate the little moments I have with her.
the way he says that
The
makes him
final page
seem like
is a
so
call to
nice.
action for
but-
all Sonichu fans, in which Chris expresses his wish to have Sonichu produced into a bona fide franchise by Nintendo America.
God bless
The
you.
comic concludes
no.
with sub-episode 3, which is a dramatic reimagining of Chris's conflict with Mary Lee Walsh, who is the head of the private villa of corrupted citizens, the base of operations for the villains in the Sonichu universe, the name of which is derived from the acronym of Piedmont Virginia Community College. With Sonichu issue 2,
I want
Christian
you
comes
guys
closer
to just
to
like
blurring the line
clip
between
this
real
and
life
just
and this
slowly
comic
like
book world,
zoom
creating
into
his own
my
reality.
face as I slowly just
In
not
Sonichu's
pay
News Dash,
attention
issue
to
9,
what is actually
Chris announced
in
that he
the
will
Sonichu
attend the
comics.
Anime Mid-Atlantic Convention in Richmond, Virginia on all 3 days. Since he has put himself into Sonichu's world, he will cosplay as himself. Talk about self-respect, huh?
Guess what? Christian invented cosplay. Crazy. Am I right? Am I right?
Also, he will be watching some of the good anime, getting some souvenirs, participating in some of the events, and just having a good time. Also, he will have some printed copies of Sonichu Premiere Issue 0 on hand. But if you want a collectible copy, you will have to find him and ask for one. He stayed 2 nights alone in a hotel room, and during the convention, he handed out copies of Sonichu Issue 0
He
to
actually
unsuspecting attendees.
was possibly the first Let's Player.
On June
Yeah.
22nd, Christian recounted the events of the past 2 days.
Anime
I had my
wings.
setup at the McDonald's
Woo.
at Walmart, and apparently complaints were made. The 2 managerks, or manager jerks, a Seinor comic, and a black fat jerk. He looked a lot like the leader of the jerk cops at the mall, whom I refer to now as the jerk Keef, approached
What
me
the
and took me
fuck?
for a fall with my trying to find a boyfriend-free girl, like I had been doing for the past over 1 year and 10 months. We argued and disputed until the 2 of them left to call the police. While they were gone, I had taken off the sign from my Nintendo DS and hidden it on the back cover of my diary. When the jerk cops came, they were all like, "What seems to be the problem?" And the married Seinor comic was like, "Where's the sign?" And I was, "What sign?" And another argument was had between the 4 of us,
Yeah,
in which
exactly,
I
what
never
sign?
gave any of those jerks eye contact, because none of them deserved it. So, I got kicked out from the McDonald's, not the Walmart, for the rest of the day. Now for what happened
God,
today,
McDonald's sounds
I was
so
starting
good.
to set up
McDonald's
my
sounds so
things, and the B manager was getting in my face. I feel that he really hates me.
Like,
And
duh.
he was like, "Don't set up your stuff. Don't push me." I was not going to use the Nintendo DS sign today anyway, but he did not want my pixel block sculptures at all. I stood up against that manager. I continued to build, and I dictated my situation into his face with a song and dance.
Shut up.
He went
Are you
up to the
serious? Are
Walmart
you
manager,
serious?
and he was like, "Hey, let's talk." But I sat silent for a minute. Then I said to him, "I do not speak to any man other than myself, because they all have taken all the pretty girls, leaving me with none." Verbal combat had started.
Yeah, he's like 23 around this time. I mean, a lot, you know, he has autism, so there may be a bit of a stunt in mental growth. Not that, you know, everybody with autism has that, but it has been said that he has that. What about all the ugly girls, Chris? Chris, you can go get all the ugly girls. I mean, they'll be mean, right? Because people are only ugly if they're terrible people. Yes, there are. Here's the thing. Let me tell you something. There are ugly girls. And usually ugly girls are just people who are terrible people. Like I say, like people who are full, wholesome, trying to do their best, trying to be a good person are nice. They look good. You know? Naturally, people who manipulate, people who try to do things, you know, to hurt other people just for their own gain or just for fun, yeah, they ugly.
And during the fight, I ran off, still giving verbal punishment, as well as the finger, and many curse-ye-ha-me-has. I nearly backed up onto him with my car, and I gave him another finger.
Sources quick.
Then I dashed off.
Hi, comrade.
Now, I feel
Da
sad
finger.
because I've nowhere else to go to attract a boyfriend-free girl. And I feel very furious with those managers and all men other than myself and my father.
God,
Chris began believing that there was a conspiracy involving all the men in his town. They all are against me in finding a girlfriend of my own.
Oh,
But I will
wow.
not give up on my long and tedious love quest. I'll find a new attraction spot, somewhere in Charlottesville, Virginia.
Wow.
There has to be at least one 18 to 23-year-old boyfriend-free, caring, smoke-free, non-alcoholic, white girl out there somewhere.
You guys, y'all hear that? He's looking for a boy. Oh man, I don't even have a chance. I don't even have a chance. I'm not white. Somebody else want me? Oh, non-alcoholic. Look, I'm not an alcoholic. Alcohol loves me. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't love alcohol. Alcohol loves me. Am I smoke-free? I actually am smoke-free, yes. Mostly. A Saturday is a Saturday. It's free.
Chris dramatized this entire ordeal in sub-episodes 4 and 5.
I
But
don't
his
smoke. I don't
adaptation
smoke.
also featured the manifestation of his dream sibling, Crystal, his twin sister.
Oh.
A mere month later,
Well, that's weird. Okay, we need to go back to that. Yeah, right? I don't smoke, but I have.
5. But his
thank
adaptation
you.
also featured the manifestation of his dream sibling, Crystal, his twin sister.
His dream sibling is a twin sister. Interesting.
A mere month later, he caused more trouble. but
Off
this time at
target! Off
where he sat
target!
waiting to
Wow,
encounter a
that's
boyfriend-free
great. I'm not
girl
gonna lie,
for
that's a pretty
hours,
good
taking
title.
gross advantage of the
Christian
free
in,
refills at his
off
disposal.
target.
I was at the new Target store, just hanging around, not bothering anyone. And, from out of the blue, these two managerks asked me to leave because they said I was loitering. I was not. I was there hoping to find an 18 to 23-year-old boyfriend-free girl like I usually do.
My God.
Then, from out of the blue, after I told them off, they came back with 2 jerk-cops. I was slightly intimidated, but mostly annoyed and ready to strike back on them.
Do it.
They asked
Strike
me to
back.
leave and never
Strike
returned.
back. Strike back.
I did not want to leave. I would have left peacefully. In fact, I was ready to go. But I had a prepared speech to say to them stupid
No.
jerk-cops.
Fight back. Just
And
swing.
during the middle of my speech, they chased me, pulled my pants, and pinned me to the floor.
You're kidding.
5 jerk-cops
They pulled his
dogpiled
pants
on
down
me
too?
as I struggled to get
That's kind
free.
of rude.
1,000 pounds of sausages on my 180-pound body were
I don't remember the rest of the words, but
seriously a cutoff for my breathing flow. They handcuffed my wrists and legs, and they hog-tied me. Not only did I feel humiliated from being the victim, but I was angry at them, not only for handcuffing me, but once again thwarting my efforts in trying to find a boyfriend-free girl.
It's I mean,
They
if
drove
you
me to the
wanted to
county
open
jail,
yourself up
but
to
fortunately,
Asians,
they did
I'm
not keep me
here.
there. I was released to my family. Chris was charged with trespassing and disorderly conduct. It was terrible, but my mother and I are going to get back at them in court. In fact, I learned that the jerk cop who arrested me was called Baggett. That was the only thing about the situation that was hilarious.
Oh my
Replace
God.
the B with an F, and you can see how funny
Oh,
it
okay,
was.
that's not that funny anymore.
However,
I'm not
after
laughing
attending
anymore.
2 court hearings, the charges
I'm
were dropped.
purposefully making an angry
This
face
event
now.
was
That's not
recreated
that
in
funny anymore.
Sonichu sub-episodes
I
7
thought the
and
name
8,
Baggett
but in
was
Chris's
funny just
reality,
because
he
the name
endured
is
much greater
Baggett, but
torment
now I'm pissed.
and came out victorious in the end. Less than a week later, Chris had another run-in with the law. This time, a minor fender bender when he rear-ended the car in front of him. He was fined $30 and also paid $56 in court costs. In August, Christian returned to PVCC after the end of his 1-year suspension. It was around
can't
this
believe he
time that
actually got
Anna
a-
announced that she was moving
Oh.
to Utah. Her announcement also somewhat coincided with her 20th birthday, so Christian
Jesus
and her
Christ.
friends organized a birthday/farewell party for her, with Chris claiming that he picked out and bought the cake himself.
In her birthday picture, Chris just staring right into the camera. Look at his smug little face. Look at his smug little face. Collected even though he's angry. Leighton, you're so good. You're so good.
Throughout August and
He changes his shirt every day. His shirt just so happens to be like 15 of the same shirts.
September, Chris engaged
Lily,
in back and
that's
forth
Chris
conversations
Mimic.
via
No,
MySpace
don't,
with
don't,
2
don't
female
even.
students, Jelena and Lindsay. But despite all his efforts to meet with them, it ultimately came to nothing. In September, Chris finished Sonichu Issue 4, which was merely a compilation of sub-episodes 1 through 8.
Please don't go
He claimed
through
that
it.
his mother didn't want
Oh.
him making any more stories concerning his own life, so he obeyed and stopped making sub-episodes. In October, a user on a
He's
Sega
a
forum
fucking
began a
cartoon
discussion
character.
thread about Sonichu,
Roy Travis is
in
now
which
boarding.
members
Welcome
discussed
to
the
Lima
comic
Airlines. Hope
and
you have a
Christian's
safe and
personal
enjoyable flight.
antics. This was the earliest documented online discussion concerning Christian, But the original Sega forum hosting site has since been shut down and there's no known archive of the discussion chain. In November, Shoujo Beat, a
Shoujo
manga anthology
Beat!
magazine, published Chris's letter which vaguely concerned the manga Absolute Boyfriend.
What?
Riko Izawa in Absolute Boyfriend sort of has the same problem I do. She can't get a guy, and I can't get a girl. Here's my sitch. All the pretty girls are already paired up with some jerk, leaving me with none to choose from. Also, nobody can tell off.
If you have none to choose from, don't choose.
The bat, a paired up from a boyfriend.
How did Chris
girl
get published so
at
often?
first.
This is why, yeah, you know what? Y'all need to write in. That's the thing. People need to write in. Nobody writes in, and so, like, Chris gets his shit published all the time.
It's equally hard for Riko to find a girlfriend-free boy. But then she's granted this wish, where she gets a girlfriend-free boy, although he is a robot, delivered to
See, I don't understand why he's, like, down for, like, manga and shit like that. Why does he care about Riko? Riko's fucking Asian. Shut up.
her doorstep. Lucky girl. I'm 23 years old.
Like, you want to be like
One
this,
would
huh?
think I'd have gotten a girlfriend by now, but no, I haven't. I'm stuck in the situation where if my parents should pass away, I will be a very lonely virgin.
Wait. The sentence there. He doesn't. He said that he wanted a white girl. But that sentence right there, do you see that? That's foreshadowing. I'm stuck in the situation where if my parents should pass away, I will be a very lonely virgin. What? What? I'm losing my mind. Has anybody pointed this out? Because I don't know how many other people are watching A Comprehensive History every single time he does something crazy. Oh my god.
Some months later, a fellow reader sent in a reply to Chris.
Oh my god.
Why is he only looking for pretty girls? There are plenty of girls who are not supermodel gorgeous, whom he could date.
Yeah,
It's not
exactly.
the outside of the package that counts, but the
Exactly,
inside. A
bitch.
girl can be pretty on the outside.
That's some
but might be
incriminating evidence. That's super incriminating evidence. He really just said right there, if my parents pass away, I'll be a virgin. So if my parents don't pass away, I may no longer be a virgin. He just said that.
mean or self-centered or have other problems, whereas another girl could be plain or even ugly on the outside, but quite a beautiful, kind, intelligent
Fuck
person
y'all.
on the inside. If more guys would think
Not
about
y'all.
what qualities
Like,
they look
y'all
for in a
is in
girl
Chris.
and make sure those qualities don't just focus on her outer appearance, they
What?
might
I'm
find
just
a girl to go out
saying.
with. Otherwise, many girls will think, why bother? He'll just leave me for the next pretty girl he sees. Megan agreed with her sentiment. Chris's advances towards Megan intensified, as is documented
Wait, what
in
the hell? Megan wrote that? Hold on, I need to figure out who the fuck is Megan.
one situation where if my fellow reader sent in a reply to the
Okay, I
inside,
don't know who the fuck Megan is
think
anymore.
with her
Never mind.
sentiment.
There's too many. Believe it or not, there's too many girls here. Okay, like I can't keep up with all the girls that we're talking about right now.
Chris's advances towards Megan intensified, as is documented in their emails. She
Oh,
declined
cheeky.
giving out
Oh,
her phone
cheeky.
number, and later in the same email, also declined his invitation to go out to a restaurant. In an email from December, she stated that she did not appreciate Christian trying to kiss her, and admitted that she's not interested in a relationship, but insisted they can remain as friends. She also confessed to accidentally discovering that he bought Megan a Nintendo DS, even though she had recently just gotten one herself. Through
I have a Chihuahua game. We know what the Chihuahua game is. We know what it is. Hey, all of my Nintendo fans, rise up!
Megan, Chris was introduced to My Little Pony and Sailor Moon, with Megan providing him with some of her own fan art. He also began making his own custom My Little Pony figures, including one that he made using his own hair. As an adult male fanatic of My Little Pony, he preceded the so-called brony culture,
Yup.
which would only begin to blossom around 5 years later.
Wow.
Megan also requested him to bid on a collection of
Literally
World
me
War II
stalling.
photos on eBay, of which Chris was the winning bidder. In 2006, Christian's online spending habits intensified, with Chris purchasing My Little Pony and Sailor Moon figures, pornography,
Bootylicious love doll.
and sex toys, among other things.
That's so crazy. Oh, he bought a lot of
In
sex
February
toys.
of
Shit.
2006, Christian finished drawing Sonichu Issue 3, which took 7 months to complete. The comic begins with the origin stories
still
of
doing
each member
comics.
of the
God bless him.
chaotic combo, whose eggs were created in and ejected from the rainbow as seen in episode 1. The green egg lands in the jungle. The electric hedgehog Pokemon that came out of it grows up to become Wild Sonichu. The blue egg lands in the ocean and is rescued by the Pokemon Swampert, which takes it to the beach just in time for it to hatch and become
I guess I
Bubbles
don't know. I'm
Rosechu.
trying to wait to see
The
when
white
he
egg
stops
lands
making
in
these
front
comics.
of a church, and out of it hatches Angelica Rosechu, who is raised by nuns. Mystifyingly, after she evolves into her final form overnight, Christian is outside her window, bringing her a scrunchie and a pair of shoes as a gift. The red egg crashes into Nabe's dojoshin and hatches. For some reason, Nabe is compelled to rip off the Sunny's tail, causing him to instantly evolve into Punchy Sonichu. The purple egg hatches in a cave, and the purple Sunny starts to telepathically communicate with the Pokemon Mewtwo, who decides to mentor it. For months,
I am learning
this
so
mysterious
much about
mentor
both
taught the
Pokemon
Sunny
and
how
Sonic
to hone
here.
his pores, lift
I
objects
really can't
mentally and
believe that I
physically,
had to wait
and
until
the
reading
outside world was
Christian
like.
or watching
Until
Christian a
one day,
comprehensive history
during
part 3
meditation,
to
the
actually
Sunny
learn
suddenly
about the
evolves
true
into
history
Magi-Chan
of
Sonichu.
Sonic and
He then
Pokemon
farts.
and Sonic.
The episode
you know
ends
what I mean?
with a
It's
final
kinda
bulletin,
crazy.
which would have been more suitable for a televisual feast rather than a comic book. Stay tuned for when these hedgehogs meet.
I'm cultured now, you guys.
In the next
I'm
episode,
fucking cultured
Blatchu
now.
steals a Master Sunstone, and through a comedy of errors, is met with 4 of the chaotic combo.
I also want you to know
Eventually,
that like I am
the
not seeing
5-member
any.
troop
Oh
teams
wow!
up with Sonichu, and they take
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When they all 5 of them get
Combo.
together, they look kind of good.
Eventually,
They
the
look kind of
5-member
good. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the other 2. I
troop
think.
teams up with Sonichu, and they take down Blatchu, leaving him in a bloody mess, accompanied by a tweet sound effect, commonplace in cartoons. The comic closes with a fake ad for a call service that would send one of the 2 single men in the world.
There's
a
like Lily
beautiful
just saying the
girlfriend
Sonic
or
comic
a
lore is
monkey.
worse. Is worse. Black
In
Wolf
May
is not boarding.
2006,
Welcome to Lily by Airlines. Hope
Christian
you have a safe and
attained a
enjoyable
cat
flight.
degree after 5 years
What
of
the
study,
fuck is a
even
cat
though it should have
degree?
only taken 2. For
What
the
the fuck is
graduation
a-
ceremony, he decided to wear the robe from his high school
is a cat
graduation
degree?
instead. Now that Christian received his qualification, this made him more likely to get a job and advance his life towards building
Matt, thank
up
you so
a
much for
career
swallow noises.
doing what he loved, and possibly even
Excuse me.
realizing his wish for the Sonichu franchise to become a dignified reality, making his dream come true.
I mean, I have to admit, like, his ambition is really there, though. His ambition is fucking there, you know? We're moving right into part 4, okay? We're doing it. There's no way that I'm gonna... Oh, that one was a 36-minute part, too.
Attraction.
Okay. We're gonna skip the intro because I want to get through these. I want to get to know them. She drinking. Hell yeah. It's a degree for cats. Ella, do you have one too, then? Lily, how was your day? My day was fine, thank you.
With Sonichu
a
issue
little
5,
tiring, but I'm
the
really
story
much
strays
enjoying
further
this.
and further away from the Sonichu storyline
Yeah?
and makes Christian the main character, with the plot of the comic closely mirroring his own
Oh,
life.
thank you for fixing our imposture.
The comic begins with Sarah's wedding, with Chris attending in spirit, possibly alluding that he didn't attend her actual wedding.
Oh.
The episode also introduces 2
Sarah
new
got
characters,
married?
Megadula Skunk, based on a character created by Megan, and Sailor Mechtoon, indisputably symbolizing Megan herself. He briefly fights
I'm
off
sorry,
Wes
real
Eisner,
quick.
indisputably based on a character
That's actually a very nicely drawn character. I mean, I think it is. Hi, Chris. Hi. Oh my God! Hey, Chris is here. Chris, I'm so sorry for the million times we're gonna say Chris and say, oh my God, Chris. You know?
created by Megan, and Sailor Mechtoon, indisputably symbolizing Megan herself. He briefly fights off Wes Isley, and at the
What?
end of the episode,
I had to warn
Sarah
him.
thanks him for all the childhood years they spent together and wishes him good luck on his advances towards Megan. Sarah throws her bouquet at him, and he catches it, believing this meant his own wedding would come shortly. Christian uses his comic to depict his inner monologue and fantasies to the world. I love Megan, yet she's not ready to return or seek it. I'd feel better if I could chat with her on the phone, although she's uncomfortable doing that. Our email communications are okay, but speech speaks louder than typed words. The artwork also changes to an unmistakably anime and manga style, perhaps in an effort to appeal to Megan even more.
Wow.
In the following episode, Christian
This is essentially if any guy or I mean girl, actually if any person in here has started watching anime or getting into anime to impress other people, raise your hand. My hand is raised. Thank you. Thank you, Luigi. Hi, anime kid. I'm fine, thank you. I'm a little tired. How does it? I did great, Layton. Thank you. Hand just shot through the ceiling. Thank you. How does that even work? I don't know. I had a friend that I liked, and he was really into anime, so I started watching more animes that he would mention, so that I had something to talk to him about.
has a lengthy discussion with Sonichu about his
Don't call me
optimistic
out,
hope
Lily. I'll
that
call
he and
anybody
Megan
out,
will get
including
together,
myself.
despite him admitting a few pages ago that she was not responsive to his advances. He acknowledges that he is so optimistic that he even stopped using his attraction sign. They're interrupted by the announcement that Mary Lee
Skep, I'll kill you. I'll do it.
Walsh and the Jerk Cops are invading Quickville, so Chris teams up with Megan, Crystal, and the Chaotic Combo.
What did I watch? I
During
watched
climax,
the first
Crystal
like
gets trapped in the dark
15
mirror, and
episodes
Christian
of,
comforts a tearful Megan who
of,
thought that she
One
had
Piece.
lost
One
Chris
Piece, there
for
we go.
good. His obsession with Megan is made crystal clear, and is further confirmed by the emails she sent to him. I know you know that I hate guys and I hate love, cause I told you a million times. So why do you keep getting too close and touching me? I really don't told you.
What?
She
What
said.
happened?
His upstarts a tearful Megan, with climax teamed by the
Okay, we're
announcement
missing
that Mary Lee Walsh and the Jerk Cops are invading Quickville. So
We're
Chris
missing
teams up
things.
with
This is
Megan,
important. This is
Crystal,
gonna be on
and
the test
Chaotic
later.
Combo. During the climax, Crystal gets trapped in the dark mirror, and Christian comforts a tearful Megan who thought that she had lost Chris for good. His obsession with Megan is made crystal clear, and is further confirmed by the emails she sent to him. I know you know that I hate guys and I hate love, cause I told you a million times. So why do you keep getting too close?
Hey, I use that face all the time. The one with the two eyes and the little semicolon.
And touching me. I really don't like it at all. I know you said cause you have feelings for me and it's hard for you, but I'm sorry, this sounds mean. You really need to try and get over it. If you keep hanging on like that to someone who doesn't love you back, well, it'll only make you more miserable. You need to just accept the fact that I don't and will probably never love you. So you should just take a rejuvenating breath and move on.
Oh
Advice
damn,
to which
that
Chris refused to listen,
hurts.
as is evident in an email written just a month later. I'm just a little mad that I have to keep telling you to please stop touching me. It's like you're not wanting to listen to me.
Jesus.
I tell you, then you say okay,
Oh, that's fucked
but
up.
eventually you're back to the same tricks, and this time I really mean it. Even my other friends don't like it and think it's weird. So once and for all,
Oh, that's
could you
weird.
please
Oh,
stop?
That's weird.
You know I don't like it, so why do you keep doing it? It's not like you're gonna try and soften me or something. So, I don't want to have to tell you again, or I might get really angry.
Oh.
Cause you know, unwanted remarks or advances to a girl is sexual harassment, and I don't take that lightly. Chris's not so subtle attempts at getting her attention did not go unnoticed.
Oh god.
Sometimes I get the feeling that you copy me to get me to like you, like Sailor Moon for example. The only Sailor Moon thing you had was that adult video, and since I told you how much I love it, then you start getting into it. Kinda like My Little Pony. That kind of thing really annoys.
See, for me, right here, like, I get it. I get why it's a little bit annoying, just kind of like pretend. But at the same time, I find it a little endearing that, like, people, you know, people who want to get to know you, like, try to get into your interests or whatever, you know? Like, hey, if I was, well, I mean, I guess they're not dating. Maybe that's why. Like, maybe that's why, because she really just wants to put a line right there. But, like, if I had friends and I was like, hey, I'm really into, like, you know, me and Alshwan actually showed me a lot of other, like, cool and fun shows that I didn't think I was going to really enjoy, but I actually did. So that's just what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
annoys me. I don't like it much when people get into something right after they find out I liked it first. When you said we had a lot in common, like Sailor Moon and My Little Pony.
Okay,
well,
yeah, that's a
who
little
loved Sailor Moon
different. That's a
first?
little different than
Who
saying
collected
like,
My Little
oh,
Pony first?
you know,
Okay,
like you
I
got
know
me
I
into
sound
My
like a
Little Pony, or
spoiled
you got me
brat,
into Sailor Moon.
but
Is
can
a
you
little
see what
different
I'm
than
trying to
saying,
say?
oh, we have a lot in common.
I don't like
You're
being
right.
too in common with others. I try to be as different from others as possible.
All right, pick me, girl. Same
On
though.
June 27th, 2006, Patty Chandler was put to sleep. A day later, at a special service, Christian read out the eulogy, which he wrote himself.
Oh no.
My family, furry friends, anyone else present. We are gathered here today to pay our last respects and wishes to our dearly beloved Beagle Spitz, Patty, who has departed from our world here on Earth to a doggy heaven where she will be happier because she will run free and play with all the other dogs who are already having fun up there. I will always
hurts.
remember
This
Patty
honestly
for all
hurts.
the lovely memories she had shared with me from when I picked her out of the litter at my Aunt Karina's house in Red Oak, Virginia, the time I watched my old best friend, Sarah Hammer, take Patty by her front paws and danced a bit,
Oh god.
the times I've watched her stand on her hind legs and then rewarded her with a biscuit bone,
This is so sad.
the times I've just sat with her in the yard and petted her head. I've always given her a bally scratch where I stroke her head
Rocky
with all
emotes
5
in
fingers, like as if I
Do
was
y'all have
gently
Rocky
squeezing
emotes?
a rubber ball. The many times I've fed her a can of food and a cup full of dry food, and refilled her bucket with fresh water so she can drink it and wash her face. When Patty was brought to the vet on that fateful day, I was distraught with fright and concern for her health. I stayed with her during her final moments, with a hand on her head and a tear in my eye. When my mother was brought to
Light, thank you so much for taking your folks on tour. Hello, tourists. My name is Lily Bell. I love to travel, and I'm just trying my fucking best. Today, we are watching Christian, A Comprehensive History. We watched part 3 just now. We're watching part 4, and we are getting to the sad part. The very, very heartbreaking part. And to anybody new, I actually also had to say goodbye to my dog, Rocky, back in May. And Saturn Tracks did a beautiful, lovely emote, as you guys can see, Lily Bell Rocky, and we did a wonderful charity stream. That the money went to a charity that provides for shelters, which is Pause for Games. Yeah, Pause for Games. So thank you so much for taking our folks on tour. You're playing Metopia. Hey, I'm in your Metopia. Hope it was fun. Pause your game. Thank you. Sorry, I'm not like thinking anymore. But thank you so much, and hello, tourists. Oh wait, I already said that. Have fun.
the paper that gave the doctor permission to send her on her way.
Except for this part. This part,
didn't
you're
want her to be
legally
the one to sign
obligated
it.
to cry.
I raised Patty since she was a 6-week-old pup, and I wanted to take the strain for signing that one-way ticket. It was hard for me, but it was for the best. So I signed that paper with a crying Sonichu face saying, "We love you, Patty."
God bless.
After that, I gave her my final pets: hug, hand-to-paw hold, eye contact, ear rub, cheek-to-fur rub, and I sadly waved her for the final time.
Yeah, I was in your
and I
party for a
said,
while. I'm glad I
"Goodbye,
was
Patty.
able to go by
I
and
love
see last time.
As I stood outside, I heard Patty's last barks, saying, "I will always love you, Chris. Thank you." But we all must move on with our lives, with our beloved Lucky Mutt in our hearts and in our memories.
I'm so sorry about
So,
that, Husquin.
Patty, may your old doghouse and surrounding flowers forever memorialize your blessed heart, your barks at the stars and strangers, and your loyal love that you have blessed upon me and my family and friends. Bark on and rest in peace, our beloved Lucky Patty.
I gotta pause there. Just let it out. Let it out, y'all. Let it out. Think about how, wonderful and great and blessed we are to have our furry friends. Let it out so then afterwards we can laugh at Chris Johnson more.
What would you do for a PS3 and a chance to be on Robot Chicken?
In November, Adult Swim held another contest. This time, encouraging viewers to submit a video wherein they would say what they would do for a PlayStation 3. Christian's video featured the appearance of his own makeshift PS3,
Damn!
which was in fact a PS2 encased in the mix of Lego and pixel block pieces.
That's fucking crazy,
Hello,
though.
my
Not
name
gonna
is
lie, that's
Christian
fucking
Chandler,
crazy.
from Rocketsville, Virginia. What would you do for a PS3?
Zero, please!
What I would do
Shady,
for a
thank you for the
PS3?
huggies.
I tell you what I
Huggies.
do. Well, if I had the
Yeah,
money,
that
I'd
is
build
very
mine,
creative.
like all the other people did with their tents and all that good stuff. I throw away the cure for autism if I had it, because I want to get rid of that doggone lifelong curse that I've had.
Oh, jeez.
And,
Oh, jeez.
oh yeah, I would trade in my PS2 for another thing. Or, otherwise, I'd make one from wood if it was hard enough. But you know what I did? I did it. I made one from Legos and pixel blocks. And believe it or not, I actually play Guitar Hero on this thing. Thunder Horse!
Hi,
In the beginning of
Axel. Welcome
2007,
back.
Christian started working on a DVD called Yep, I'm on TV, which would become a collection of all his TV appearances and his homemade videos,
Wow.
in addition to a
How
slideshow of his
cute.
pictures up
Yeah,
to
I know.
2007.
I do that.
He planned to make and release it to only a
I
small
do-
selection of people, including Mrs.
I do
Sanford,
respect how
with whom
much
he got in touch
he
via email.
tries
You may be able to help me in a
and
portion
the
of it now.
confidence he has.
There will be a slideshow
You might
projected
want
from
to
my
share some of
PlayStation
that
Portable,
confidence. He might have a
featuring
little
not
too
only
much
pics of
confidence.
me growing up, but the friends, teachers, and
How much
relatives
did you
I've
pay
known
for a
and
Sonichu
remembered,
Mamoli?
either from heart, like yourself,
Yeah,
as well as
driving
yearbook
ambition,
signatures.
exactly.
As for what had happened during PBCC, in a nutshell, about midsummer 2003, I've realized upon revelation that I needed a girlfriend to make into a sweetheart from the ground up. So, with the sign, which I've later realized that it made me look slow-minded, the R word, I've started my enduring love quest.
Oh, God.
The Dean of Student Services,
Yeah, he is
Mary Lee
arrogant. He
Walsh,
most
came out
definitely
and
is
tore my
arrogant.
sign up right in front of me and said, "You're not gonna get a girlfriend this way or anyway." That shattered my heart and murdered my soul. And it wasn't just her. The policemen imposters in brown, white, and red, aka
I wouldn't call
the
it
jerk
cringe.
cops,
I
blue
wouldn't
and black
do
are
that.
the true police soldiers. Also seriously indented the impression
But you
that
know what?
vagina
Fuck it.
is
I
for
may be
virgins,
cringe, but I'm
not
free.
lovers. He talked about his high hopes for a future with Megan and ensured his former teacher that she would receive a copy of the DVD. 3 days before his
I
birthday,
think it's the way
he
that he
completed
does it.
Sonichu
You know,
issue
it's like
6.
trying his best isn't
The
exactly.
first story, titled Episode 12.5,
Obviously, trying your best is
strikingly
not
distinct
bad.
from all the episodes
It's
thus
just
far,
the
which stars
arrogance
his
that he has
recently
with it.
deceased
Oh
dog, Patty.
no!
The story
Oh,
opens with a creative
no.
blend of photographic backgrounds and a hand-drawn Patty who wishes she could speak so she could thank Christian for all he has done for
Oh
her.
my
The
God!
next morning, Christian walks outside to feed her, only to discover his dog has transformed into an anthropomorphic dog-like creature who can talk.
Oh.
They spend some leisurely time together, and she tells Chris that she wishes to roam free outside her pen. Chris leads her indoors and shows her his room, which Patty calls crowded, and
That's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, like, this editing he does, I'm not convinced I can do this as a 20, like, now. I'm kind of quite impressed that he does this. Yeah, I feel like, we're Christian created Photoshop. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna get creepy later, right?
suggests that if he got a girlfriend, she would help him tidy up. Using a Nintendo DS, Chris reveals a portal which opens up to Quickville and declares the town Patty's new roaming grounds, where she can finally explore with freedom. The final page of the story is a simple full-page tribute to
Oh,
Patty
God
Chandler.
bless. Oh, God bless.
The next episode resumes where the last comic left off. As Chris
I
and
mean,
the gang
it's
debate
kind of
the
like
best way to
interesting,
rescue
but if you
Crystal,
think about
they
it
come
the
to the
other way,
conclusion
it's
that they
kind
need
of,
to
you know.
acquire the 7 Sonichu balls to save her.
Hey,
They
some people
discover an
mourn in
evil
different
green
ways.
Sonichu, who then envelops Chris in a dark dimension in which he announces himself as the Sonichu form of Natesurk, who then reveals his true form and declares that he is, in fact, Reldnak Natsu Natesurk.
Wow.
As the name implies,
Wow.
he is completely
Wow.
the opposite of Christian, with his semi-bare chest symbolizing his raging homosexuality, which horrifies and offends Chris. As the name implies, he is completely the opposite of Christian, with his semi-bare chest symbolizing his raging homosexuality, which horrifies and offends Chris. Meanwhile, Black Sonichu announces
I don't
that
think
he
I
has
have to
turned
say
his
anything
back
about it.
on Natesurk, and now he is on friendly terms with Chris's friends, and has also all of a sudden developed a romantic interest in Bubbles. Chris and Natesurk transform into their Sonichu forms and battle, until Chris-chan somehow ends up back in Manchester High School. Just as Natesurk is about to deal the final blow, a phantom basketball knocks him unconscious. Chris is woken up by Megan, who tells him that Natesurk fell into a coma after hitting his head on the bleachers and is currently in the hospital. Bionic the Hedgehog reveals himself as the one who wielded the basketball at Natesurk's head. They reminisce about old times and how Chris hasn't drawn Bionic since 2004. Chris laments that he is 25 years old, having never even had a date. The dialogue suddenly becomes a promo for his up-and-coming Yup, I'm on TV DVD, which would not be available for purchase. The scene cuts to 10 weeks later, when Natesurk awakens from his coma with a fiery urge to murder Bionic the Hedgehog. On February 24th,
Who's your Sonic
2007,
OC? That's great.
Christian
Not
celebrated
today.
his very
It's
special
now boarding.
25th
Welcome to
birthday.
Airlines. Hope you have a
He
safe and
held the
enjoyable
joint
flight.
birthday and DVD launch party at what appeared to be the game place. To mark this special occasion and to instill his wisdom onto
Say
others,
birthday!
he
Say
recorded
me!
his
Woo!
important
Oh,
message
this is
video,
it. This is the
in
video
which
that
he
everybody
reflects
keeps
on
talking
all
about.
he has learned over the course of his life. He wished for it to become an educational video shown in schools, but this goal has yet to be accomplished.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, and dudes of all teenagers, as well as the gals. My name is Christian Chandler. I am here, and y'all are there. This message is for everyone of the present and the future beyond this date, February 24th, 2007, my birthday, my 25th birthday. I am high-functioning autistic, and in my 25 years, I have seen and learned so much. And today, I intended to share some wise words that I hope each and every one of you will take to heart and allow for yourself and everyone else.
Oh my god, Venom! Venom! Hi, honey! Hi, honey boy! No, I will not be turning back. There is no turning back. We have to go through this together. When you go through trials and tribulations together, it brings you closer together.
A better, brighter future.
He encourages his audience not to take up dirty habits.
It's
like
okay,
drinking
Benno. You
or
can
smoking.
console me
You should
after,
avoid
alright,
at
baby?
all costs smoking, drinking alcohol, and intaking similar icky, dangerous stuff. And smoking will eventually cause cancer, and you'll be more likely to get heart attack, viruses, and your life will be cut drastically short.
Del, please
don't
help me
smoke
stop her.
cigarettes and
Del's
cigars,
been sitting
death
here.
sticks from
Del's
nothing,
been
other than
enjoying
killing
his
you slowly.
time.
If I could, I would take every last ounce of tobacco, put them on a rocket, and shoot them up to the moon.
He encourages boys to buy a My Little Pony figure to get accustomed to the female form and pretends
Benno,
to treat it
thank
like the girl they
you.
like.
Thank
If
you for
you're a
being here.
young
I hear
gentleman,
you. I hear you
I
lots.
recommend buying yourself a My Little Pony figure of your favorite color or whatever. Now, stroking the hair of said pony is very relaxing and therapeutic.
I
And
missed
also-
something? I missed something? Okay. A cat! I missed a cat! Look, it's a cat! I missed a cat! Okay,
Shoot
we're
'em
gonna
up
go
to the
back. We're gonna
moon.
go back.
He
So back.
encourages boys to buy a My Little Pony figure to get accustomed to the female form and pretend to treat it like the girl they like.
If you're a young gentleman, I
Oh.
recommend buying yourself a My Little Pony figure of your favorite color or whatever. Now, stroking the hair of said pony is very relaxing and therapeutic, and also rubbing it against your cheek. That's nice. And also, you can pretend that the pony is that girl you want to take out to. You want to take out sometime, and talk to the pony like you would talk to the girl.
And he recommends that girls get Transformers.
Now, for the ladies, I recommend a good old Autobot from Transformers.
See? He's just okay, look! He's just trying to show that toys are not, Toys are genderless, okay? Girls can get Transformers, and boys can get My Little Ponies, and that's fine. It is not what
you
he
get
said.
to learn how to examine the mechanics and variations of each and every,
Lily, don't try to fold me into a car. Zero, would you say no if I did? Would you say no if I said, Zero, I'm gonna come over to your house right now and try to fold you in a car? Tell me. Tell me right now.
of the autobot you have, like you would learn how a man.
That's what I thought, Zero. That's what I
allow
thought.
you to feel more comfortable in approaching and talking to that boy you've been flirting from a distance, or just been flirting with from a distance.
Okay, at me next time.
And,
Jesus.
hopefully-
Chris was like, hey, maybe you should get a Transformers and actually talk to the guy that you've just been seeing or flirting from a distance. And I've been sitting here like, okay.
All you have to do is just end up and say hello. I mean, it's not so hard. All you have to do is say hello to the man, ladies. That's all. And everything will just get rolling from there.
You hear
He
that,
encourages
ladies?
girls
You
to be
can
more
make the
open to
first
having a
move.
relationship with less attractive males, and states the importance of staying with your first mate, neglecting that both of his parents were married before. He finally stresses the point that it is crucial that boys and girls stay straight.
Also, keep in mind that while you're playing with these things, you should keep in mind of what your true original gender is. Because it's like you're learning about that girl you want to take on a date, young man. Or likewise, you feel more comfortable to approach that boy just saying hello that you've been checking out from a distance, young lady.
What? Wandering Guard is now boarding. Welcome to Lilybell Airlines, and I deeply apologize for this giant fucking plane crash.
And hopefully in due time or now, each and every one of you will stay straight. You know, girl for boy, boy for girl.
Oh my
Everything
God.
else is right, as said by Dr. Kinsey. And besides, if you stray away from the straight path, it can really jeopardize the entire future of the world and the human race.
This video would become the final addition to his DVD.
I am Christopher Christian Weston Chandler. Live long and shine on in your very own unique way. War is never the answer. Peace is. Never fight. Compliments will get you fuzzy wuzzies. War gets you prickly wicklies, as well as punches that get you those too. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
In March, Chris reignited
brain
communications
is
via
slowly
email with his
melting.
half-brother, Cole Smithy, who had made a career for himself as a film critic. This renewed interest was most likely in order to acquire his address so he could send his DVD to his brother.
Ooh!
I've talked to Mom, and I quote her when she said, "I do not regret giving life to Cole. We've had a bunch of good years up till the madness, and all things considered, I still love Cole very much like any other mother would for her son. She really does." Cole's response was brutally cold and honest. I grew up in an abusive household with Barbara and my former stepfather, Jerry, where physical and mental punishments ran the gambit, from bare-assed beatings to cold showers to bizarre scenarios acted out with glee by two deeply neurotic adults. The treatment I received in Richmond, Virginia was another matter altogether. To raise a child in such conditions is inexcusable. Even at a very young age, I knew that they would abandon me. They were both irresponsible and incompetent parents
Jesus
who
fucking
exposed
Christ.
me to traumas that I would rather not remember.
Isn't there like 50,
He
40
continued to
minute videos
elaborate
of this
on his
guy?
feelings
Yup,
towards Bob.
and we're going through
The
them.
crux of my problem with Barbara comes from two sources. The first is Bob's bitter influence on her, which worked to separate our relationship just as Bob did with his own children, with whom he has no association. In nearly 44 years of
Jesus
life,
Christ.
I've never met a meaner or more reprehensible
It's so weird, 'cause you
Republican
never
cur
actually go
than
through
Bob
this.
Chandler. I hope that you will email me when he dies so that I can celebrate.
Oh shit! I hope that you will email me when he dies so that I can celebrate. Like, we didn't even get to this. We're getting into Chris, right? So we have no actual understanding so far of how terrible Bob and Barb are. So I'm like, what the fuck?
Our mutual hatred has never been a secret, and it points out Barbara's proclivity to isolate herself via Scarless mates. The second and more compelling issue that permanently ruined my relationship with Barbara is the litany of lies she tells anyone who will listen about the identity of my biological father and about her marriage history. He revealed that he employed a private investigator to track down his biological father, who was most likely a man named Rand Coleman Yates, to whom Barbara was married. Go ahead and send your DVD to my address listed below. You and I may be related, but our mother only loves you.
Damn.
As the months progressed, Chris and Megan's strange relationship carried on. She told him that she did not appreciate him depicting her original female characters with breasts, and once more ordered Christian to stop touching her. In May, Chris created a YouTube account called Sonichu and uploaded his first video, a fight on the game Soul Calibur of Chris versus Mary Lee Walsh. In June, Megan left for Kentucky, with Chris emailing her frequently, updating her with his activities at the game place and saying how much he missed her. He also mentioned attending an upcoming rummage sale in town, which ended up being reported on in the Daily Progress, with Barbara and Christian receiving an honorary mention. Right behind Ross, Christian and Barbara Chandler were waiting to shop. Christian wanted toys and video games, while his mother wanted to look for fabric. In the meantime, Sony held the Chop Chop Master Onions Rap Showdown contest to promote the Parappa the Rapper video game, which required contestants to submit a video of themselves performing a song from the game. However, they were limited to only using their own voices, with the use of backing tracks resulting in an immediate disqualification. The winner would get 2 PSPs and an all-expense trip to Seattle's Penny Arcade Expo. Chris was convinced that if he were to win the competition, he could give one of the PSPs to Megan.
No, they don't want to be my. They don't want me to be my kidnapped stranger. They don't want to have to go through all this
again. Take his virginity.
AP Station. My name is Christian Chandler. I live in Bucksville, Virginia. I have a PSP. I like to rap. I play with the rapper. I go with you now. The only song I know is Master Onion, which I got from a demo I borrowed from my friend Megan.
Chris's video was far from polished, with rehearsal probably kept at a minimum.
Gino, he's just trying his best. Good God, Gino literally was like, yeah, so his video is a piece of shit.
Push, it's all in the mind. If you want to test me, I'm sure you'll find that you all things that I teach you sure to beat ya. Over Everest and S2.
Rap doesn't need rhyme!
Various seemingly random video effects, which were at his disposal via the camera he used to film the video.
Salkang is downboarding. Welcome to Liberal Airlines. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable flight.
We're gonna jump and
Woo! Woo! Look at him, he's getting wild!
Watch it fall off my word! Cause it'll make things worse. Do rock on, yo! Na-na-na-na-na-na! Rap, rap, rap! That's a rap!
The following month,
Woo!
Christian found out that his entry made it into the top 10 and was now eligible to the public vote.
What? What? Are you? Hey, listen! All of you who don't vote, who don't... Okay, any single time we have a contest now, everybody has to join, cause this is how that gets into top 10. Okay, welcome back, Manish. Jesus fucking.
Ultimately, due to the low number of total entries, he announced his elation online and urged everyone to vote for him on all his websites and social media. He also emailed several people asking for their vote. This included some unlikely candidates, such as his former guidance counselor from PVCC, Susan Hannafin, and his brother. After some deliberation, Cole agreed to vote for Chris, only after Chris asked their mother about who Cole's real father was.
Wow! Hey, that's very manipulative of Cole,
Chris,
to be honest. And he sounds like it too. He says, "I'll make a deal with you. You find out the identity of my real father from Barbara, and email me the in your effort to blah blah." You know, the way that, like, this is very manipulative.
Chris asked their mother about who Cole's real father was. Chris promptly replied that he asked her and claimed that his father was Jack Dale Smithy, which Cole knew to be untrue. Understandably unsatisfied and upset, he continued to email Chris about how Barbara enveloped his life in lies, closing with an earnest wish to be informed of Bob's eventual passing. Chris
Cole,
intensified
shut
his
the-
campaign
dude, Cole's
by
a
handing out
fucking ass,
flyers at the
too.
game place, urging
Yeah,
fellow
you're right.
visitors to vote.
To be fair, Cole probably
He
doesn't
even
have a
resorted
proper
to
state of
voting
mind
for his
either.
own
You're right,
video
you're right.
by making fake
How
accounts
could he?
and gave himself a glowing review. From Quick Sonichu, Video Lucky 7. Such honesty of his situation and devotion for his lucky girlfriend adds great emotions to his
Wow.
performance.
That's
The visually
a whole
appealing
other level
effects
when you
added the
critique
best
your own
humor
shit,
and
you
biggest
know?
laugh I had among the bunch. I enjoyed the fun background of his assumed to be bedroom, and his informative feedback on playing Guitar Hero on PlayStation 3 was truly a wise and great addition. Also, he has nailed the lyrics a cappella. As this brave autistic warrior so creatively put it at the end, rap, 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 that's a rap.
Rap, 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 that's a rap.
Truly the cherry on the top of the sundae. A perfect score of 5 out of 5 stars
Jesus
for his
Christ.
marvelous effort, and smiling at knowing he looked a bit stupid. Voting was closed at the end of July. The polls are closed, and I am anxious to find out if I am number 1 of the Rappas or not. I really want that trip to Seattle so I can be with my sweet Megan
Ooh,
longer than usual
Jesus
and have fun
Christ.
together. I love her so much. On August 3rd, it was announced that the winner of the Chop Chop Master Onions Rap Showdown was Adam Stackhouse.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl. Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl. M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
Chris immediately wrote a strongly capitalized
fucking
email
God.
to Sony
Thank
demanding they
fucking God.
reconsider.
Matt, here's the song noises.
I really
Excuse me.
wanted that trip so I could have a chance to impress my sweetest Megan and possibly fulfill my dream of getting married and soon have a daughter named Crystal.
Oh my. Crystal's the fucking name of that, like, sister he gave himself to, right? Okay. Alright, we're gonna redo this.
Demanding they reconsider. Chris immediately wrote a strongly capitalized email to Sony demanding they reconsider.
Oh god.
I really wanted that trip so I could have a chance to impress my sweetest Megan and possibly fulfill my dream of getting married and soon have a daughter named Crystal. Yet now I, a frustrated high-functionally autistic 25-year-old virgin, have been balls broken like I have through a big chunk of my life in America's favorite game, Kick the Autistic. Sigh. I had my
Jesus
fantasies of having
fucking
fun with Megan,
Christ.
taking her to a really extravagant
You
destination.
chose this, you
I'm not
chose
rich.
this, Beto!
Taking a
Come
long-wanted
comfort
tour
me.
of the Nintendo of America company tour with her, playing Guitar Hero against the guy in the Parappa costume, jamming with Megan in the hotel room, and possibly our first time in bed. Sigh. Life can be so unfair and f***ing corrupt, but I digress. Take the acapella rule to the max on those 3 out of 10 videos. Take care, Christian Weston Chandler. He argued that the
Oh my god. Okay, I have to do it. In addition to my message, we're doing it. So, we're gonna do this, right? But with the voice. You guys know the voice. In addition to my message on your machine, I really wanted that trip so I could have a chance to impress my sweetest Megan and possibly fulfill my dream of getting married and soon have a daughter named Crystal. Yet now I, a frustrated, high-functionally autistic 25-year-old virgin, have been balls broken like I have through a big chunk of my life in America's favorite game, Kick the Autistic. I had my fantasies of having fun with Megan, taking her to a really extravagant destination. I am not rich. Taking a long-wanted tour of the Nintendo of America company tour. With her, playing Guitar Hero against the guy in the Parappa costume. Jamming with Megan in the hotel room and possibly our first time in the bed. Life can be so unfair and fucking corrupt. But I digress. Take the acapella rule to the max on those 3 out of 10 videos. Take care, Christian Weston Chandler.
in the
Crystal,
Parappa
hi,
costume, jamming with Megan in the
bro!
hotel room, and possibly our first time in bed.
Wait, we
Digress.
got this,
Take
we got
care,
this. Okay,
Christian
okay.
Weston Chandler. He argued that the winning entry
I
used
hope
the
this gets
backing
clipped.
track
You
and
clip
had to
it,
be
Isis.
disqualified.
You have the ability.
However, since the backing music was actually sung in a cappella, the entry was deemed suitable. Chris seemingly ignored the rule that contestants could not rewrite the lyrics, which Chris obviously did, thusly disqualifying himself. He directed his anger towards Stackhouse in his blog post on the PlayStation Network's website.
Jesus fucking
This is directed
Christ,
mostly
dude,
to Adam
chill.
Stackhouse, the SOB who was the alphabetically first video in the Parappa contest and got wrongfully the big prize.
Bro,
This
chill.
jerk's video was against the no music rule. His, Surya Butchwald, and Aperluski's video all should have been disqualified because they all had music. He also let Megan know about his sorrow. I am angry, depressed, and lonesome, all simultaneously. I worked so damn hard.
What? Wait. Oh, damn. Damn. Okay, I'm so sorry. For a second there, I thought it said I worked so dick hard, and I was like, why did dick have to get censored? Anyways, sorry. Got dick on my mind.
I sent like over 500 messages between MySpace, PlayStation Network, and AOL. And I even made up over 120 dummy email accounts
Dave,
to
thank you
match
so
with
much
their
for
dummy
continuing
PlayStation
your
accounts,
first
so I
class,
could
especially
stuff
with
the
Prime.
ballot.
Hello.
Sigh.
Thank
I
you.
failed.
I really
So much
appreciate
effort,
it. Oh,
rapping and
geez,
dancing
that's so
with
good.
goofy effects
So
to be
dick
even
hard
considered,
out here.
spreading the
Life
word
is so
as far
fucking
and
dick
wide as
hard.
possible.
Fuck, yo, bitch, did
Wasted.
someone say Kriston?
And I
It's
did it all for you,
Kriston.
Megan. I had you in my heart as I
Oh.
chopped the onion a la mode dance.
Jesus Christ.
Megan finally let him have a piece of her mind.
Oh, shit.
I just want to say that your behavior has irritated me for the last time. First, I'll start off with saying that I'm
Lily, not everything is dick, you succubus. It can be. Also, Mr. Psychic, thank you so much for biddies. I appreciate it. Yay, thank you.
glad you didn't win the contest, because I have no interest in going on a trip alone with someone who can't keep his hands off me. I'm not your girlfriend, and I never will
Jesus
be.
Christ,
When I
this
say
is-
don't touch me, that means don't touch me. What may seem friendly to you
Denise,
is
thank you so
sexual
much for
harassment to
gifting
me.
to Venno.
And
I
I don't
really
like your
appreciate it.
Megan
Thank
obsession.
you, thank you.
I don't like being
Venno,
a character
congratulations
in your
and welcome
comics.
to our first class.
I don't like how you made me a character in Soul Calibur and Animal Crossing. That kind of behavior really freaks me out.
Yeah, that kind of
To
behavior
release
is
his
kind of
rage,
crazy. Uh-oh.
Christian filmed a video of himself shooting a dart-firing Megatron pistol at a dartboard with a photo of Adam Stackhouse's face on it.
And that is how angry I am at Adam Stackhouse, Aperluski, Rudell, and Surya Butchwald. They should have been disqualified because they had music and more than one person in their Freakazoid videos.
As time went on, his attitude towards Megan changed little, announcing his displeasure at her fraternizing with her friend Christopher. The hugging was one thing, but when I heard the smack of your kiss on his cheek, it started a chain reaction in my head, from OMG to simultaneous infuriation and jealousy. I assure you that I would not do anything extreme to Christopher. Originally, I was not fond of him, because it was obvious that he was a homo.
Okay, bye, you're
Yes,
fine. Thank
I am
you.
a homophobe.
I appreciate
I fear
it.
them all, and I fear the tormenting temptations of falling off the straight path. But then I mentally, sometimes from a DVD, and if you'll pardon the expression, shove some pussy in my face. I tell you what, if I ever stoop down to changing my path, I might as well would get a gender change operation. In late October, Daniel Mims, who frequented
The foreshadowing is this movie has so much foreshadowing. It's fucking crazy. This movie right now, the foreshadowing. What the fuck?
the game place, covertly snapped a couple of photos of Chris in mid-battle, and his buddy Lucas uploaded them onto the anonymous image board 4chan. A user on the comedy website Something Awful, who had seen Christian on the UVA campus, created a thread focused on Christian and his comics, unleashing the Christian myth onto the world. Members debated over the
Oh
veracity
my
of his
God.
supposed actions, and those who have witnessed him in person shared their stories.
Oh
The fascination
no.
around Chris quickly spread to other websites.
They did it. This is the beginning. This is
outlandishness
the
of the
beginning.
situation motivated people to draw inappropriate fan art featuring Chris and his Sonichu characters. On November 3rd,
Everything
in a
is
thread on
blurred
4chan,
out.
a user named Evan Christopher George was encouraged to send Chris an email showcasing a small selection of fan art.
Oh,
This is some fan art of Sonichu my friends and I have drawn. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh
The included
no!
images were Chris hosting girlfriend auditions with no darkies written on his desk, a short comic about Chris losing his virginity by having sex with Sonichu, a graphic depiction of Sonichu masturbating while yelling out, "No darkies, jerk-op," and Chris and Sonic Thorndyke, a character conceived by one Blaze Sonic, having a stare down. Chris's reply was rather unexpected. Thank you for your fan art contributions. In constructive criticism, I like the one with me and a girlfriend auditions, as well as my glaring in the eyes of the blue guy. But I'm feeling great detest towards the other two. Sonichu and I are not of that nature at all. If you would like to make it up to me though, please draw a strip of Rosechu stripping for Sonichu and have him f her, and draw Rosechu masturbating and squirtin'. I am straight, damn.
You know, sometimes I think about my life and all the steps that I take to get where I am. And then I think to myself, am I even anywhere?
Damn it. I will not be veered in any other disgustingly grotesque direction. Again, most nasty
my
fan arts
God,
are not
please,
appreciated at all.
please.
Please feel free to share that quote with the rest of the fans. Sincerely, Christian Weston Chandler.
Oh,
We're keeping
God.
track. Evan immediately posted Chris's response
Oh,
on 4chan, and in order to archive all future interactions,
4chan.
Jason Kendrick Howell created a page on the satirical Wikipedia-style website, Encyclopedia Dramatica, solely devoted to Christian. Under the assumption that these people on the internet provoking and making fun of him, or
Mrs. Hiking, thank you so much
trolls,
for
or
the
genuine
biddies. Lily,
fans
can
of
you
his,
stop the plane? I
he
want to get
shared
off.
the
I don't
news
like this
with
in-flight
Megan.
movie. You can just get
The
off.
good news,
I
though,
don't
is
need
that
to
I've
stop the
had
plane
more
for that.
fans for Sonichu than I thought. Now the worst to bad. I got this email earlier that had a set of 4 fan art of Sonichu and me. While I enjoyed more the spoof of me sitting by a box on a sidewalk, girlfriend auditions, and the one with me glaring in the eyes of a blue hedgehog in armor. The other two, and that set of 4, me glaring
Oh, Megan. This is to
creeped
Megan.
and
Sorry,
scared the
my bad.
crap out of my head. A lot worse than my freakout over you on Christopher's lap last night. Please keep that in private. In other words, get a room. I sent him a
Jesus.
reply with respective criticism. I was
Hi,
infuriated.
Tara!
He also
Welcome
found out
back!
about
Happy
an artist on the website DeviantArt
Happy
who had made
birthday! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Tara! Happy birthday to you! Birthday, birthday, birthday! This is your birthday present now! Ha 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 ha!
Sonichu-related fan art, but did not credit Chris in it, and also discovered the Encyclopedia Dramatica page. In the meantime, Evan continued to send Chris more fan art. I'm very sorry I disappointed you, Chris Chan. I drew what you wished. He sent a drawing of a naked Rosechu having sex with Sonichu, and finally masturbating and squirting out of her gigantic
Oh my god, he
penis.
actually drew that
Oh,
for us?
and here's more art from more of my friends. I didn't draw any of this stuff though, so if you don't like it, I have no guilt.
Oh god.
This email included more graphic content, including Mary Lee Walsh and a transgender Rosechu. Alright, I have one last batch of fan art. I'm sorry to send so many to
Oh
you,
my
but my friends
God.
are really eager to share it all. I hope you enjoy. He attached
This is
more
it.
fan
This is
art,
how it gets-
a few more tasteful
This is
than
how-
the
oh
rest.
god, oh god.
Chris replied, disclosing a link to the ED page about him. Evan coyly denied accountability. What? What a horrible page. I'm sorry. I must wonder how they got pictures of our emails. I hope no one's hacking my email account.
Oh
Ignoring
no.
security concerns, Christian sent another angry email. Do me a favor, draw a vagina on my Rosechu. Rosechu is a girl. She never had a frickin' pickle. If I see one more frickin' pickle, and you may spread this quote to other adult fan artists, I will create you in Soul Calibur 3 and beat you up like there's no tomorrow. Evan replied with a simple
Oh my god. He's gonna beat me up in Soul Calibur 3?
uh-oh, and a picture of Rosechu holding a pickle saying, I wish pickles could masturbate and squirt.
Oh
And
my
Evan saying,
God.
Fudge, you're going to beat me up in SC3 now, aren't you? I shouldn't have let our souls get fiercely entangled.
Oh god.
On November 4th, someone who called herself Vivian G sent an email claiming that she independently created a similar character called Sonichu and
Shut
wanted Chris to
up.
acknowledge that it wasn't stealing. Evidently, he stated that it was fan art and that she shouldn't keep doing it because his characters mean too much to him. Vivian then sent a caps-locked email trying to convince him to improve himself. Jesus, are you so
God.
high on your horse that you think it's fan art? Jesus Christ, man, you are irritating me. You are putting me under more damn stress than you'll ever have. I want to express my goddamn self to the internet, and I find that some prick who thinks he's so great can call homosexuals wrong. And I have 2 lesbian friends who would be offended as by your ignorance. And thinks that going around stalking girls will get you a girlfriend. Newsflash,
shit.
bitch.
Oh,
You
shit.
mean nothing to
Oh,
this world.
shit.
And you will never
Bye,
get
Tara.
laid
Bye, honey.
unless
I hope you have a
improve
nice
yourself.
day.
Your troubles with jerk cops
Oh,
isn't because
Jesus
of them.
fucking
It's
Christ.
because of you.
Oh,
Fuck
Jesus.
off and die.
Oh, fuck.
This entire
That's-
debacle with trolls encouraged Joshua Martinez to toy with Chris, who first met him at James Madison
They're really just gonna go out and, like, say all these names. They're really gonna go out and say all these fucking names. Yeah, that last part is never necessary.
University, where they both received
It's-
speech
yeah.
therapy and remained as acquaintances. He managed to convince Chris that he regularly schmoozed with movie stars, thanks to
Shut
his
up. Wait, is he
committee,
messing
where
with
they
him?
Joshua Martinez to toy with Chris,
Yeah,
who roomed with
toy,
movie
okay.
stars,
Sorry.
thanks to his connections to the movie business. He contacted Chris and claimed
Oh my god! Isn't that guy from Fast and the Furious?
that he found a girl who would like to meet him, when in fact,
Family.
he was only trolling him.
Family.
He even pretended to be this Lori and had a
Family.
conversation with Chris through instant messaging.
Family.
Christian reported on his elation in an email to Anna. Her
That's
name
it,
is
that's all he
Lori
says.
Lopez.
He says the
I
whole-
chatted with her through
everything he
AOL
says in Fast and
Instant
Furious
Message
is just
last night.
family.
She was really sweet, and not only did I have a great time getting to know her, but, blush, I got turned on. I know that she works at a car lot, I think. She is 23, brunette, brown eyes, and she is a mix of American and Spanish. If you've watched the movie Into the Blue, the starring woman, Jessica Alba, is an American-Spanish mix as well. He also mentioned her to Megan and even attached a supposed photo of her. On November 7th, Chris filmed a video pleading those involved with the ED page to be more respectful about him and take it down, and talked in length about his life and what caused him to be in his current situation.
Oh man.
It has
Oh.
come to my attention that I have a lot more fans of my electric hedgehog Pokemon Sonichu than I had originally thought. And I thank each and every one of you for your support.
Oh, honey. Oh,
And
God.
I will draw more comics when I get some positive inspiration or when I feel like it.
This is me whenever people are asking me when I stream, right? They'll be like, Lilybell, when are you streaming? Like, do you stream? Yeah. I will stream some more when I get some positive inspiration or when I feel like it. Thank you for fixing your darn posture.
After all, everybody has a life. So do I. I have a life. I would like to humbly apologize for appearing to be some kind of sleaze, troll, badass, or whatever.
Oh my God! Why does he? What? Why is sleaze, troll, and badass in the same fucking sentence?
Please understand. I am a 25-year-old
Not
high-functioning
the information
autistic
overload.
male
What is happening? What is
with
happening?
a simple,
I'm scared.
peaceful dream of becoming a father of a sweet little pretty girl who I will dub the name Crystal Weston Chandler. Crystal, a name that sounds similar to mine, but it has a nice ring to it.
He claims that his family, on his mother's side, stems from British royalty.
Weston, my mother's maiden name.
I think this is my
and
merch
a proper
thing.
English
I
name
think so.
from royal descent. As a matter of
Oh
fact,
yeah, it is.
among my mother's side in the ancestral traits, we have been traced down to Daniel Weston, who was on the Mayflower voyage,
Wow.
and beyond him, Anne Boleyn, who was the one of King Henry VIII's wives,
Anne Boleyn,
who gave birth to Queen Elizabeth I.
Anne Boleyn.
He talks about his upbringing, the struggles of the school system, and his achievements in high school.
Why do I
He
feel like I do
defends his
this?
methods for finding a sweetheart.
All I did.
Do you guys are basically, any single time you guys watch my stream, you guys are essentially just watching this video, but like dragged down into like 30 streams. He thinks he descends from royalty. You know what that means, right? No? What does that mean?
Was sit around with a sign by my side that said I was looking for a boyfriend-free girl.
It's true.
18,
It's true.
25,
Mr.
yada
Psychic,
yada
it's
yada. All that
More
page.
foreshadowing? Oh, I might not know that
And
foreshadowing
I did all that
one
because
part.
I have feared rejection and the infinitely high boyfriend factor because you cannot tell which ladies are paired up and which are not.
Oh, God.
And wedding rings, that's just a whole different story because they're married. Because it's not like you give every woman a ring who's already
thank you,
paired up.
86. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Benij, I see.
And
I
that's
see.
just
Thank
one
you.
perspective. So please understand, I am not a violent person. I'm decent. I come from a caring, loving pair of parents. I'm kind. I'm considerate. I will respect your space and your feelings ever so much.
Oh, Jesus.
Thank you very much for your time and listening. And please remember, I'm an innocent person. Just like most every one of you, I've had my faults. I've had my share of bad times. I have my share of good times. Please understand that.
Frodo, thank you so
again.
much for continuing your
Take
first
care.
class. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
With this recent upsurge in interest for Chris, he had the ability to raise awareness for his cause, and maybe even take proper action to prevent further trolling.
Damn.
Or better yet,
The
if he
hoarding
took
in
better
this room.
care of his online presence, he could have made all of this fade away.
So bad. So bad, Skip. We'll be right back. Gotta take a shower. Have a good shower. I'm so sorry. Usually we only go through 2, but we're gonna go through 3 today because this is just going well. So stupid. Thank you. Oh God. Okay, this is episode 5. This is episode 5. We're gonna get through this. We will go through this together, okay?
Less than a week after Christian's Encyclopedia Dramatica page was created, someone updated it by uploading an infamous internet-based photograph called Goatsy, which graphically depicts a naked man stretching his anus with his fingers snugly within his rectum, dilating his
Jesus.
orifice to an inhumane diameter.
God.
This upset Chris so gravely that he took it upon himself to edit the page to make himself appear more appealing. For example, a paragraph noting his racism was changed to, "Oh yeah, he's also old-fashioned. In his idea of a sweetheart, she is not black. He is cool with adoption, but his dream of his future daughter calls for blood, tears, and Seminole descent."
What the fuck?
Not only did he reword sentences and correct historical inaccuracies, but he also extensively added personal information, a tactic which he called information overload. While his intention was to evoke sympathy, it only succeeded in fueling the fire for the trolls. In a way to reassert his heterosexuality,
My favorite part is everybody here says, please don't do it. And also ended up saying, Benno, thank you so much for staying.
he uploaded several of his own sexually charged drawings, such as one of Sonichu and Rosechu having intercourse, a naked Mary Lee Walsh masturbating,
God.
Bubbles and Black Sonichu having
Wait,
sex.
why would he show Mary Lee Walsh masturbating? Why?
An image called "She Came for
Is Christian your type? No.
Quick," which depicted Chris satisfying an unidentified naked woman with his fingers. Those exposed to the picture felt that the woman bore a striking resemblance to his twin sister Crystal, and were
Or
convinced that it
Megan.
was an illustration
Hello?
of incest. The fact
Also,
that he
here's
captioned
some
the image
swallow
with
noises.
"Your sister"
Excuse me.
has come for me didn't help. Outside of his illustrations,
Jesus
he reflected
Christ.
on his obsession with Megan, admitting that he no longer pined for her, and talked about pleasuring himself using his inflatable sex doll, Officer Nasty. He restated his purpose. "I will continue to shove the true facts from my heart and soul down your throats, only
Oh.
until you take this whole page down for
Wow.
good."
That's
Chris
great.
would go on creating new accounts and
Officer
further altering the
Nasty.
page for the next few years. As the year 2007 drew to a close,
Oh
Christian bought an anime-styled sex doll named Kimmy and continued to email Megan, telling her that he would meet Lori soon. And on New Year's Eve, he sent an email to a friend.
Why does he say? Okay, actually, I'm not gonna talk about this one. I'm really not gonna talk about this
Of
one.
Megan's, which contained a new freestyle poem called "For My True Love, I Would." For my true love,
Yes, I have to read it. I have to read it. I have to read it. For my true love, I treat her tenderly, sweetly, gently, like a summer breeze. I'd caress her skin gently with my strong fingers. I'd take her to eat and provide for her to my ability. I'd start small at McDonald's, then let it get better in due time. When the mood is right, I'd whisk her in my arms and lift her up in sweet gentleness. I would share with her the best kiss of my life, and hopefully hers, since it would be the first of my life. I would do for her as much as I am able to in getting her the she desires. Every day I would try to make her smile with a jest, a spark, or a tender massage. If she is willing to allow the pleasure, I'd lay her down, caress her gentle, tickle her fancy. Her gently tickle her fancy. Have her tickle my fancy and give it to her with the learned, lonely experience I've endured. But I digress on that. Most importantly, I would hang on to her every word of her life tales, her feelings, her troubled times, and I'd share my condolences accordingly. And I can hope she would be willing to do the same for me. I am nothing without this woman, so I hope and pray that she will stay to love me for me, as I would stay to love her for her. I love you would be shared daily with a French side dish. I am her soldier, to do for her as she sees fit. Bye, Pace! Thank you! If you need the fucking deeds on quick, hit me up for real. I need to get rid of this useless... Yeah. Dude, do it. Drop it.
My fancy.
Okay, but to be fair, the way I read it, I thought was pretty good.
And give it to
Sushi's here! I saw Sushi. Hi,
her
Sushi.
with the
Lily,
learned,
help me.
lonely experience.
Do you want me to take you to McDonald's? Gucci's here too. Hi, Gucci. You want me to take you to McDonald's? I'm a jackass. Oh, Badish, why? What'd you write?
I've endured to do for her as she sees fit. In January 2008, Christian created a Facebook account, which she used much in the same manner as his other social media outlets, such as MySpace. He managed to befriend several women in his general vicinity and tried to engage in conversations with them. Hi, Christina.
Taco Bell or bus? I love it.
I love it, Sarah. Thank you. You're pretty, honest, and smart. If you'd like, I'd like to meet you for a soda or coffee and get to know you better over a pleasant conversation. I also hope you will accept my friend request I have submitted earlier. Please reply if it's all cool. Okay, well, I'm 17 and about to be 18 in a few months, but yeah, I love to party and all that good shit, so hit me up. Cool, Christina.
Wow.
While I don't know what it means to hit me up, I'll assume it means to talk to you more. I look forward to meeting you in person and learning more about you. And if you need a tutor for a school subject, I can probably help you. I've excelled in math and English subjects. Yo tom _2 años de español de nol in mi escuela secundaria.
The way that you had to
2
fucking
years of
read
Spanish
that.
in my high school.
Wow.
Take care, Christian.
You know, I took 2 years of Japanese in high school. Totemo musukashi.
Okay, yeah, well,
You're welcome,
here's the
Mr.
thing.
Lamparty.
First of all, I'm 17 and or too old.
A total
and second of
leave.
all,
It
you
says a
know
lot,
or too
right?
old for me. And third of all, I'm not into all that Christian shit, but I would still love to be friends with you. And I don't know very many Christians who like to party.
Christina, this girl Christina, also a fucking poser. Okay. I have to, oh my god, I have to do it. Okay. If the document to you is like, thank you. Wait. I have to do it. I do. Sit this one out, Miss Bell. No, you like it. Come on. Okay, yeah. Well, here's the thing. First of all, I'm 17 and you're too old. And second of all, you know you're too old for me. And third of all, I'm not into all that Christian shit, but I would still love to be friends with you. And I don't know very many Christians who like to party because, you know, I'm a hardcore party girl. So, no, you like it.
Because I'm a hardcore party girl. So, no, nothing like what you may be thinking. I just wanted to be friends with you. I'd wait until you were at least 18 before taking it further. Also, I can party. I just don't get invited much. There's nothing wrong with simply meeting for a pleasant conversation and soda pop. I promise I would not lay a finger on you.
What did you get myself
Okay,
into?
well,
You know.
a little FYI, I'm on probation and house arrest, and I might get locked up tomorrow for—
Fuck it, I'll read it. Okay, well, a little FYI, I'm on probation and house arrest, and I might get locked up tomorrow for breaking my probation, so let's just take it day by day. I mean, I don't know you at all, and people might talk about me hanging with some older dude who I don't know, but I do hang at DQ, Dairy Queen, every day after school, so drop by and see if you can find me. Holla, boy. Oh, what is this? It's so good, it's so good, let's go. I won't lay a finger on you, wink. Why is she so trusting? You want to know why she is? You don't want to know why she is? Listen to the way this person talks, okay? The way she talks, she's like, FYI, I'm on probation, B, and house arrest, and I might get locked up. C, I might get locked up tomorrow for breaking my probation. So she's really, really just trying to put out there that she's 17 and young and a cool party girl, you know? So, like, you know, get on her level. Yeah, exactly. Basically. That's what she's saying. So she's not exactly just, like, full, like, that's why she's trusting, right? Because she wants to just put out there that she's this, like, cool, independent girl. Lily, have you ever thought maybe,
And
just
people
maybe
might
you
talk
could be too sadistic? Tell me you don't like it, Tara. Say the safe word.
about me hanging with some older dude who I don't know. But I do hang. Find me. Holla, boy. After Christian sent another message divulging more details about
Souls
himself,
is here! Souls is—
communication with Christina ceased.
Because
He
she's a
also
50-year-old
engaged in a chat with Christy,
Hi,
who
Souls!
accepted his invitation for a chat over coffee or soda,
Oklahoma?
but he
Oklahoma?
ultimately declined her acceptance when she revealed that she was a single mother.
You don't? What's the safe word? The safe word is cactus.
He also messaged a Danielle, whose boyfriend in response threatened Chris. On January 20th, Christian pleaded on Facebook for people not to believe what has been written on Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Okay! If
There
y'all
are
want to
some
use
cyberbullies
cactus, get
who have
out.
taken my words and feelings out of context and twisted them into meaningless mockery.
He
Please do
messaged
not
to
believe
Danielle.
those terrible rumors. I am a good man who needs a female sweetheart to soothe my pains from loneliness, stress,
If you use the safe word for this chat, right? If you use the safe word for this chat, if you just put in cactus, that's me just assuming that you're leaving.
of social influences, and heartaches. Please help me, so I can help you one day. 4 days later, he described his near encounter with a lady at the Alderman Library. I was playing
near
Sudoku on my
encounter with a
PSP,
lady.
and I was listening
God.
in on this conversation between a couple of cute ladies just to my right. I've enjoyed just listening to them talk about their things. I will not divulge any details, because I am the man who will keep a secret.
No, wait,
Plus,
no.
I don't know all the details. Anyway, after one of the two left, the gal that stayed sitting next to me talked on her cell in what sounded
So
like
shy
Dutch
and
or
quirky,
German.
ooh.
It was the perfect opening for a conversation towards making a new gal pal. I had it in my head. Pardon me, I couldn't help but overhear you chat on your phone. But was that Dutch or German you were speaking? I had the nerve set up. I was raring to say it. But when I started to say it, the tension and my shyness and my autism choked me, literally. I could not even open my mouth to say anything. And she left. I'm kicking myself
A
now.
near encounter.
Anyway, that is how shy I am. I'm so shy that I just freeze or choke upon starting to talk to a new girl I don't know yet. Through his Facebook updates, it was revealed that he regularly attended Grace Baptist Church in Charlottesville. Since Chris was told that Lori Lopez was going to go out with Joshua Martinez instead of Chris, he edited the ED page in order to convince the trolls to ruin Joshua's reputation instead.
Jesus Christ.
Look, pal, if you really want to take down someone who has a reputation, consider one Joshua Martinez. Ladies come a-running from at least as far as New York City to his house in Dyke, Virginia. Not just any ladies, but stars like Megan Fox, Jessica Alba,
Wow.
Jessica Biel,
This really dates it. This really fucking dates it.
Jessica Simpson, and plenty other whores.
Okay! Oh, Okay.
He also has been piggybacking on the stardom of Vanessa Hudgens, singing
Wow.
with her in her Latino
Wow.
albums, and starring with her in various HBO movies, and even worse,
And we don't slut shame in this household. We don't, okay?
Transformers 2. He has her and some other gal named Brittany for both of his simultaneous girlfriends. Dual marriage
There
in the
we
works
are.
here. He's a more
Benno
lucky
been sitting on
SOB
this?
than I can ever surmount to. Ruin his reputation. Joshua Martinez. P.S. You did not hear this whole thing from me. The editors of the page didn't bite. In March.
Y'all, it really is sitting here like, oh, Chris is going out trying to find a girlfriend. You know, he's a little sus about it, right? Yeah, and it's terrible that he's like racist and homophobic and all that. But slut shaming in this fucking household? Are you fucking serious?
March. Becoming increasingly troubled at all the attention Chris has been receiving, Megan requested that he take down all references to her on the internet.
Oh shit.
However, it was too late. She discovered that she came for quick pick and recognized the woman in it to be herself and confronted Chris.
Oh god.
I didn't realize how much of an a-hole I could have been. I was caught up in the rage from that weekend in November when I did that.
Oh,
I couldn't even see
God.
straight, but I have done what I should have done long ago. Inform AOL, as well as other places on the web who can take down offensive websites and pages. I've really shot myself in the foot,
I've
and I'm
never,
sorry.
no, that's not true. It's not where I definitely draw the line earlier. I'm making the joke.
Not only am I mad at myself for being such a complete enraged a-hole, but my rage against those jerks who put that page up in the first place arose with greater flame because my closest friend got hurt emotionally. That's you. I will see to that website's demise, or my name isn't Christian Weston Chandler.
And then he changed his name soon thereafter.
Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you.
Oh.
Megan, I'm sorry for hurting
Oh.
you. Megan, I'm sorry for hurting you. Thinking that repeating that phrase was enough recompense for Megan, his next email focused on
That's
his investigation
creepy.
on who took the picture of him at the game place, launching this entire campaign of hate against him. In response, Megan wrote about her shock concerning her depiction. I'm very much scarred by that image, and it will never leave me, and I can't decide what's worse, the image in general, or the fact you intentionally drew it and gave it to the webmaster for that site that you hate so much. Not only have you poured gas on the fire by doing that, adding obscenity to the already horrific site, but you have also embarrassed and humiliated me, and degraded and demeaned me, whether you realize it or not.
Christ.
Okay, well look, I'm unsure how I feel and what to do, so here's what I think. I'd like for you to just completely leave me alone for a while, until I can sort things out myself. You understand?
Megan's being too nice. No. Hate him. He genuinely has harassed you for years. Years, dude. He's literally harassed you for like ages, and he's depicting you like this. Like, no. What the fuck?
Understand? It's not like I hate you, but I don't see
Yeah,
you in the same light
exactly.
anymore. So just leave me be for a while. Let me try to
The
recuperate
thing is, he
with my
literally
few
cannot
other
or refuses
friends.
to comprehend what
And maybe
battery
we can
is.
just start from
Okay,
scratch
but like
sometime.
Megan is
Maybe.
really
I don't know.
just
depends on
feeling
how I feel.
bad.
So please, let me be, and let me see how it goes, okay?
Also, Peko Zombie
Completely
is now boarding.
misunderstanding
Welcome
her
to
point.
Lily Airlines,
First
and
off,
I
that the drone
apologize
upset her so
for this plane
because
crash.
she was naive about sex and didn't truly understand what was being depicted,
What?
ironically revealing his own ignorance regarding sex. You may or may not have had
Oh
much
my
exposure to sexual images as I've had,
God. Oh
so the
my
idea of a
God.
hand job, which was the act drawn there as part of outer course versus intercourse, was a surprise to you.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
If it helps put things
Oh,
into
Jesus.
perspective, I can
Oh.
recommend finding information on the
No.
internet through this educational
No.
website I
No.
found through
No.
adameve.com.
No.
Or I
No.
recommend
No.
renting The 40-Year-Old
No.
Virgin.
No.
That movie touches on some of the
No.
issues
No.
around sex and how it can really
No.
frustrate an older virgin who hasn't had the pleasure yet. Or I can loan you my copy of The 40-Year-Old Virgin. The point is, allowing yourself more exposure to sex acts to make yourself feel more comfortable with that fact of life. In addition,
If anybody tries to fucking say this to any of y'all, if anybody tries to fucking say this to any of y'all, run the fuck away. Run the fuck
he
away.
defended his actions. As for the drawings, while I have shoved the text
No,
information
I
down your
can't!
throat in an attempt
I
to
would
drown
blame
them in
myself!
submission,
I took this
there are
challenge
too many
upon
images
myself!
of penises, on there. I drew drawings promoting vaginas to go against those dickheads. I did the drawing of Sonichu f***ing Rosechu. I did the drawing of Bubbles getting it for Black Sonichu. I had the idea of pairing them up in the comic book anyway. I did the drawings of Angelica and Mary Lee Walsh, that witch hag, masturbating. And I did draw the drawing of me giving you a hand job from among my adult fantasies, with your eyes censored to conceal your identity. It was a massive step outside of my boundaries, and I did it out of anger, and I regret having done it, and I'm really, really sorry. But we all do things in the heat of anger, and or out of our boundaries, that we end up regretting later.
Yeah.
He proceeded to remove all references.
Listen, I knew I wasn't happy to be here. I knew it. For a while I've known this. But I'm not here. I'm not here for... What am I here for?
To Megan from the ED page, including replacing the lewd drawing of her with a close-up of her groin. By Christian's reasoning, this succeeded in masking the true identity of the woman in question, even though everyone apart from Chris and Megan still assumed it to be his hypothetical sister. He also felt it appropriate to upload the cover of his fictitious PlayStation game, Christian Weston Chandler's Adult Chronicles. Megan understandably
This
took
man really
issue
the
with
most
his latest
creative person.
development.
Ren! Ren, thank you so much. Thank you for continuing your first class. Also, he's really, really sorry. All's clear now, I suppose.
So
Oh,
instead of
God.
removing
Oh,
that one
God.
completely, you just enlarged my crotch. Thanks a lot. Why didn't you just remove it? Well, I'm sorry, but that just makes me more angry in a way. It's not that actual sex act that traumatizes me. It's the fact that you fantasize doing such things to me when you know I...
Wait, what? What? I'm confused.
Close-up of her groin. By Christian's reasoning, this succeeded in masking the true identity of the woman in question, even though...
I see now.
Enlarge my crotch. Thank away. It's not that actual sex act that traumatizes me. It's the fact that you fantasize doing such things to me when you know I would never.
Oh, God.
It's like, how do I know you're not going to abduct me and such? That was a figure of speech. You know what I mean? It creeps me out you have such thoughts about me. It's like you're stalking me, so you really need to back off.
Jesus Christ.
P.S.
Here's just
I
swallow
think
my
it's rather
fist.
amusing how you complain of these people defiling you. Yes.
Excuse me.
Many posts are ridiculous, but you have defiled Mary Lee Walsh and our wonderful security officers, who are simply doing their job. Then you defiled me and lied about it. You need to stop with this mindset that the whole world's against you and start taking some responsibility for once. Example, it's wrong to hate these people when you broke the rule by soliciting/loitering. Hey, at least they're doing their job, and I support that.
Dude, oh God, Megan's gonna get a whole fucking handful. Just watch.
In an attempt to find
William,
a
over the
resolution
role
to
of
the
Meg-
issue,
oh my
Chris
God.
sent an email to the
I can't,
Wikimedia
I'm too
Foundation
Asian.
asking if it were possible for them to take down the page due to the culture of bullying it produced, only to be told that Encyclopedia Dramatica was not part of Wikimedia and thus they were helpless in the matter.
Oh,
Chris
God.
once again emailed Megan berating ED, upset that the authors of the page assumed that the woman was his imaginary sister, who shared the name of his imaginary daughter, hence theorizing that Christian wanted to impregnate his mother so he could successfully have intercourse with his daughter, who was also his sister.
I want you guys to know. This March 23rd, 2019. March 23rd, 2019. Let's run this back real quick.
Produced, only to be told that Encyclopedia Dramatica emailed Megan berating ED, upset
Episode
that the
59
authors
came
of
out
the
2 days
page
ago?
assumed that
Perfect,
the woman
perfect.
was
I'm
his
glad
imaginary
we're here
sister,
for it.
who shared the upset that the authors of the page assumed that Chris once again
Sorry.
emailed Megan berating ED, upset that the authors of the page assumed that the woman was his imaginary sister, who shared the name of his imaginary daughter, hence theorizing that Christian wanted to impregnate his mother so he could successfully have intercourse with
So
his
he was
daughter,
upset
who was
about
also
that.
his sister. He also revealed that drawing that image may have in fact prevented something even more heinous. As for the drawing itself, I realized that it was done not only out of inspired fantasy, angst against ED, and love for you, but also a major
Is he talking about ED as in erectile dysfunction? Is that what he's talking about? I just want to know. This is just... Also, Souls. Did you leave? Did they go? Oh, Encyclopedia Dramatica. God, sorry. I have penis on my brain.
Release for my crazy, mixed up hormones. If I didn't have the foresight to put my pent up frustrations and feelings in the form of something, I might have become an abusive maniac. So thank God for allowing me to release my bottled up frustrations in a more positive, yet not so politically correct, and
Oh my God, I can't believe that Christian himself created the term politically correct. Wow. Why you think of dicks all the time? Because I don't get enough.
not physically hurting others method.
No, you're good, Souls.
He insisted that if they ignore the webpage, the trolls would lose interest
Just wanted
and
to see
forget
if you
about
left.
them. In the meantime, disgusted by everyone accusing him of having incestuous desires, Chris made it explicitly clear that the woman in the drawing was in fact his friend Megan, editing the phrase, drawing pictures of himself having sex with his imaginary twin sister, to drawing pictures of himself having sex with his lost sailor soldier, Megan, who dumped his sorry ass for drawing the pic of him f***ing her. She never even had any inkling of interest in him. What a intolerable, sad sack loser.
What the fuck?
But there was nothing more he could do to save their
She
relationship.
literally is so.
By the end of April,
she's so uncomfortable.
Megan had severed all ties with
oh
Chris.
Oh my God, I really feel bad
As a
for
result of his
Megan.
adoration for her, he had created a veritable shrine for Megan, comprised of her own drawings that she gave him, figurines, pictures, and other media which were inspired by his desire for her. Over the coming years, the shrine slowly dissipated. As an expression of humility, he uploaded an image gallery called, You Know What? I Hate Me Too, onto his ED page, which comprised of a selection of images from his comics, wherein he depicted himself getting beaten up, downtrodden, and looking unflattering. What's more, the pastor at his church discovered his online activities and
Oh,
subsequently
shit.
expelled Christian
Oh,
from Grace
shit.
Baptist Church.
Oh shit.
But he soon found refuge in Wesley
You know how bad it is when church says no.
Memorial United Methodist Church. To add insult to injury, Michael Snyder, the manager of the game place, banned
Inkling he
Chris from the
predicted
store for
Splatoon.
2 weeks, most likely due to his frequent outbursts of racism towards the African American children and the temper tantrums he threw whenever he lost, which
Wait,
Chris
hold
add
on, hold on,
insult
hold on,
to
hold on.
injury. Michael Snyder, the manager of the game place, banned Chris from the store for 2 weeks, most likely due to his frequent outbursts of racism towards the African American children and the temper tantrums he threw whenever he lost.
Dude. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. What a fucking asshole. What an absolute piece of shit.
Which eventually resulted in an overall drop.
No. Not only is he running around, like, well, not only is he like throwing tantrums, but like specifically his harassment towards black kids.
In patronage. In May, seemingly moving on from the events of the previous 2 months, Chris uploaded a gallery of photos onto the Adult Swim message boards of his Rock Band guitar controller, which he custom painted in the theme of the cartoon character Meatwad from the Adult Swim show Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
He
On
still
May
has his
11th, he was
creativity,
officially
so-
baptized at the Wesley United Methodist Church. In June, troubles with Chris at the game place escalated to the point that Michael Snyder permanently banned him from the establishment.
Permanently
In
banned!
retaliation,
Permanently banned!
Christian
Woo,
called
woo,
over
woo.
his parents, so Snyder called the police, as he was well within his rights to refuse service to anyone he saw fit. After this expulsion, the only form of regular social interaction he had left were his church activities.
I thought church said
On
no.
June 25th,
I thought
Brittany,
church got
who
mad.
was someone who had become aware of Christian's antics online, wrote a lengthy email addressed to him in the hopes of convincing him to change his ways and move beyond always using his autism as a crutch. In August, Chris sent an email to someone he knew.
Look, this person right here, if you actually, Brittany, whichever, this is somebody who actually wants to help. Look at this. This is not a hate mail, not as it blah blah.
Brittany, who was someone who had become aware of Christian's antics
I have
online,
plenty of
wrote
friends
a
with
lengthy
Asperger's,
email addressed to him in the
high-functioning
hopes
autism,
of convincing him to change his ways
It
and move beyond
literally,
always using his
just
autism
actually
as a crutch.
telling him and talking to him.
In
Oh,
August,
he went to a new church.
Chris
I
sent
see.
an
I see.
email to
Thank
someone
you.
he knew from the game place, letting him know that he had sent a letter of apology
After
to
you
Michael
watch all the
Snyder,
Chris Chan
but to
videos,
no
will you
avail.
watch similar sorts of videos about
In
other
early
people, or do you have
August,
something else in mind?
Christian
No, I don't
uploaded another
think
video
so. I don't
addressing
know.
the
I
trolls
would like
who were
to
dragging
continue
his
other
name through the
games.
mud and blamed ED for the end of his relationship with Megan, threatening to cease publication of the upcoming Sonichu issue 7 until the page was taken down. Throughout the video, he uses his glasses and hands for cartoon-like theatrics to dramatically emphasize his message.
Citizens of the internet, I present an open message to each and every one of you. Y'all should know me by now, but if you don't, I am Christian Weston Chandler, the original creator of Sonichu, the Electric Hedgehog Pokemon, back on March 17th, 2000. Any dates earlier are void. I have a whole bunch of people on the internet give me hate.
Frodo, that's your choice.
Show me
Frodo,
more
that's your
hate.
choice. Ray did
And
ask
I
Lily
do
when
not
she was gonna watch the
appreciate
Ray
it.
Nami documentary.
Takes me off. Y'all think
I could just
I'm
live with
just a
Ray Nami.
sap, a chump, dumbass, whatever you may think. But you know what? You,
Yeah.
every last one of you
Yeah.
who has expressed hate against me,
Yeah.
you're the shitheads.
I
He
fucking
once
know
again
I am,
reiterates that he is
bitch!
not a homosexual.
Every one of you who thinks I'm homo and calls me that because I am not, I'm straight. I'm straight. You're the homos. Every last one of you.
And lucky fucking me!
Nor is he a pedophile.
I am not a pedophork, you dorks!
He
not
expresses his
gonna say
disgust
anything
for the
about that.
pornographic images others have uploaded to the ED page,
Boom!
stating that he
Roasted!
prefers
Boom!
vaginas,
Rotus!
referring
Boom!
to them by the
Roasted!
euphemism China.
The hatred I'm getting from every last one of you who has contributed to that Encyclopedia Dramatica webpage. And every other forum, internet document, lewdly drawn pictures with dicks.
He says dick so madly. Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Jesus Christ.
I love dykes.
Dicks.
Dykes. China. I'm straight.
What? 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 Miu, thank you so much for taking your folks on tour. Hello, tourists. My name is Leabelle. I love to travel, and I'm so sorry for this plane crash of Christian. A comprehensive history. We are on part 5. Long time no see. Long time no see. How you doing? What's your stream? Pokemon Unite? Sick. Are you doing good in it? Hope you're doing well. Oh, I think he's trying to say vagina. I think he's trying to say vagina. To everybody who's joining us, hello tourists, my name is, oh wait, I already did the thing. Please don't say any spoilers. This is my first time going through and actually learning more about Christian. Before that, I only knew that he was like an elusive internet dude. So
Dykes. Dykes. China. I'm straight. If I see a dick, I just look away with a moment of being freaked out.
yeah, that's what I think. The rabbit hole you've gotten yourself into, I
He
know.
confirms once and for all that
And everybody here, thank you so much for going through this experience with me. Once again, trials and tribulations bring a group closer together.
the woman pictured in Cheap
It
for
is
Quake
a slur.
Megan.
It is a slur for lesbians,
And by
I
the
think.
way,
As far as I
that
know.
is not Crystal, whose eyes are censored. That is Megan.
Stop saying it! Stop making it worse, dumb bitch! Shit!
And just for
Chris
taking
predicted
it
China.
up and twisting it around as such.
He describes his simple and wholesome wish for the future.
If I ever do find
I'm trying
the
my
one
best.
that
Thanks,
is to be
Neo.
my sweetheart,
Appreciate it. Nice to see you, hun.
I will give her such care,
Care about me, you lots, you
such
guys.
tenderness, such love. We get around to hanky-panky, that's fine. That's good. We get married. I will have my God called daughter.
What?
She will be taken care of lovingly.
I'm so sorry. That just sounds real. Jesus Christ.
Those of you who mock me otherwise with such frivolous, lucrative adultery.
Did you hit the love quest? Yeah. We're past love quest.
If I ever hear any more new stuff, it will weigh on your conscience with me tearing at your souls emotionally.
You guys, I think I just figured it out. I think I know why I hate myself more than anybody hates myself. I think it's because I made fun of Chris John once, and now he's tormenting me, tearing at my soul emotionally.
I'll leave you with any other thoughts that you may have.
It's coming full circle.
But if you dare twist
This is
these
why I
words
have depression
around,
and anxiety.
that will
This is the
weigh
real
worse
reason.
on your conscience.
God fuck damn
the
it.
words
I
that
should have known.
provide from
I was so
mind
young. So
and
stupid.
heart. It will weigh heavily on you.
I'm so sorry.
It will weigh heavily on you.
Dude. Please.
2 days later, the Chris Chan page was declared Article of the Now on Encyclopedia Dramatica. The following day, Chris emailed Bill O'Reilly from Fox News, Dateline
Oh
NBC,
shit!
and
O'Reilly? O'Reilly Auto Parts. Yeah. Oh my god! Maybe that's why I'm larger than I'd like.
the NBC Nightly News about his conflict with Encyclopedia
It's just
Dramatica.
all the
apparently
weight
for the
is
second
just
time.
my guilt, you know.
I wish to re-report the heinous webpage of worst levels of mockery against me. This webpage has been haunting me since it originated around Halloween 2007. He implicated Jason Kendrick Howell as the creator of the page, declaring him the head troll, and directed the majority of his hatred towards him. He also recorded another video, urging fans of Sonichu
Oh,
to
he's
help
actually
take down
starting
the
to look
ED
older
page,
now,
under the impression
after his
that he had
haircut.
more fans than he actually did.
Attention, all Sonichu fans on the internet who do not hate me, Christian Weston Chandler.
Toodles!
For I have an important
Thank you,
message for y'all.
Toodles!
If y'all would actually like me to bring up new stuff for Sonichu and conclude the stories,
He was born in the 80s,
you can
I
do
think.
so by taking
Like in
having
the
that
80s. Yeah,
Encyclopedia
exactly. He's not
Dramatica
wearing that
page
red and
taken
blue one
down so that
anymore.
I can feel more comfortable in drawing and coloring the comics that y'all have grown to love. If you want to send all your complaints for me not doing the work that I should be doing, you can send every last complaint to the one called Jason Kendrick Howe, also known as How Games or Liquid Snake. For he is, and I quote in an email he sent me, the creator of the
Oh,
Encyclopedia
thank you so
Dramatica
much for ordering!
ED
Thank you so much
page
for getting
me.
the docky. Did you get a
Here
safe
urges
for work or
everyone
not
to
safe for
send their
work? I
hate
wanted to know.
Kendrick Howell.
And that's for you, Jason Kendrick Howe.
Yeah, about mid to late 20s.
As
Because we
sure
passed his
as I
25th
am
birthday
to get
already.
at least 1 ounce of vagina, I have your number.
What?
To Kendrick Howe. As sure as I am to get at least 1 ounce of vagina, I have your number, and you're going down.
Oh
2
my
days
God.
later, Chris celebrated
A whole fucking ounce? Jesus Christ. He did not study. 1 ounce of vagina.
the apparent fall of AD. In reality, the website was experiencing frequent outages and slow load times due to the increased site popularity.
Ladies and gentlemen on the internet,
You are
to all
going
the
down.
Sonichu fans, I am pleased to announce that the Encyclopedia Dramatica, not only the
Fuzeki and
webpage, but the
Kyoyayu
whole
are now
freaking
boarding Welcome
website's
Illegal
going
Airlines.
down.
Hope you have a safe and enjoyable
to
flight.
make sure it definitely goes down and stays down, do not donate any money
Please.
to that webpage, to that
Please,
website.
ma'am. Spare
Especially
ounce.
if you want to
Spare
see the
ounce.
more adventures of Sonichu that I am conjuring up in my mind and drawing
What
out.
an ounce of Gucci.
As a reward for all the hard work his fandom had put in, he previewed unfinished drawings of a joke referencing the cartoon series Family Guy to be featured in Sonichu issue 7.
DV14, just for the sketch, just like the
Oh my God, is that late?
Family Guy to be featured in Sonichu issue 7.
DV14, just for the sketch, just like the Family Guy show. Let's go, Ghostbusters! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Let's go, Ghostbusters!
It was literally
He
your
also
profile
inserted
picture
references
for
to the
ages.
1986 Filmation animated series, Ghostbusters,
Hey,
unrelated
can
to
I
the
borrow
Columbia
some
Pictures
Gucci
movie
neighbor?
franchise, nor its subsequent animated adaptation, The Real
Chris-
Ghostbusters.
Time predicted late.
Oh,
That could be Cleveland.
Sauce.
Through some email exchanges, Christian found an acquaintance in Robert Simmons V, who was in fact an anti-troll who gained Chris's trust by supporting his actions and creating a persona that
Wait,
possessed
what? Wait, what?
Oh, my aching sauce.
Through some email exchanges, Christian found an acquaintance in Robert Simmons V, who was
Oh
in
my
fact
God.
an anti-troll who gained Chris's trust by supporting his actions and creating a persona that possessed similar personality traits. He even resorted to filming videos announcing his support for Chris and
Oh
his
my
love for
God.
Sonichu, all while touting a yellow-colored Sonic necklace.
Good evening, citizens of YouTube. I must be quiet because it's at night. I don't want to wake up my parents, so please forgive me for not talking loud, and I hope all you can hear me.
That's
In an
real
email
loud to
dated
me. The
August 12th,
fuck?
Chris confided
What?
in Robert and confessed his
Exactly.
adoration
What?
to Meg Griffin from Family Guy. She is not ugly. She has always been a beautiful catch in my eyes. I just do not understand how anyone would see Megan as ugly. And I feel it is very pitiful that Seth MacFarlane would make her the punching bag of most everyone else on the show, when clearly she does not deserve such torturous punishment. I am in the same boat as she is, if you think about it. I'm the punching bag of the jerks on ED who are getting their heinous lulls, a rehash of
Lulz?
lol, meaning laugh out loud. But in my opinion, lulls means laughs under lucricities, which is obviously not good.
Oh my God.
He also admitted Robert into his elite list of men whom he does not hate. 3 days later, he recorded and uploaded another video addressed to his supposed fanbase, conceding that Encyclopedia Dramatica has not fallen.
This is an official update to all the loyal Sonichu fans on the internet and everywhere else. Well, first off, while the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, the whole website, they did manage to get their ill-gotten money, but I say, screw them.
You guys can't see me, but I'm giving the finger. Can we all raise a finger in honor? Thank you.
In the air! So anyway,
He addresses the scheme Trolls had to steal his Sonichu medallion.
Do I watch Family Guy, Rick and Morty, and Adult Swim shows like them? I actually, this is actually a fun story. Thank you, thank you, thank you! Yeah! Yeah, all the fingers! Screw them. Believe it or not, I've watched like 2 episodes of Family Guy, but as like a kid. Like I was like fucking 4, and I didn't realize that it was like, I didn't know it was supposed to be bad, right? And then I saw Stewie like squeezing his babysitter's boobs, and then I turned off the show immediately, thought I was gonna get in trouble, and then I like never watched Adult Swim ever since then.
well, I have been hearing the rumor of the medallion stealing, as you can see. It's still on me, man.
Lame-o?
Ain't nobody
Yeah, I
gonna
know.
get
I'm
off
just
me,
kidding.
Cause more security
dude, I
measures
was like-
have been taken.
I was
This one
4
might be the
and
real
then
one,
scared,
this one
you
might be
know?
the false one.
Not safe for work, as I do have 3 other dockies that are safe.
How are you to know?
Oh. The other is Iron Mouse. Oh,
that's
so
for
cool!
your own
Thank
understanding.
you!
Chris
Thank
implores
you!
his
I'm
fans
so
to
glad to be your
contact
first not safe
Nintendo
for
and
work
Sega
queen.
about
I
producing
appreciate it.
Sonichu-related
Send
merchandise.
What
If
you
you're on
can
Twitter,
do
send a
to see
picture.
all this in fruition and
Tag me in a
officially
picture
approved
if you're comfortable, obviously.
distribution, you go to Nintendo.com. If you have an account, or if you don't have an account, you get yourself
Chat
signed
fingering
up for free.
Lily. God bless. Listen
Talk
to
about
this.
Sonichu. Build up more hype in their forums everywhere. Send them emails requesting that they bring them
Do
the
you like
fruition. They
dad
talk to me
glasses?
personally.
I like that you just call him.
about-
yeah,
about
because I forgot that
bringing
is
them to-
what is
bringing
it?
all
It's
that to
Christian Wesley
fruition.
Chandler.
Send them the emails.
Those are some
handwritten
real life
letters to
serial
their
killer
official
glasses. I'm not even
building
gonna
in
lie.
Seattle, Washington. Let Nintendo and Sega know about the hype. Send them your personal requests and everywhere.
What happened to
Tell
our
them to
buddy?
Talk to me. They both, Nintendo of America and Sega of America, they know my address and my phone number. They have it in their systems. So talk to them. Have them talk to me. Bring the Sonichu idea to fruition. And there's the update for now. Thank you
I
for
have those
listening.
glasses. Are you
His
calling me a
ambitious
serial
plans
killer?
activated the
No,
imagination
no, I'm not
of
calling you a serial killer. I'm saying those glasses look like serial killer glasses.
1JK Productions,
You
who
guys,
launched their own blog documenting the
let's just
supposed
send one.
development of their own Sonichu the game. Chris gave them his full support, unknowingly endorsing an elaborate ruse, with JK being a common acronym for just kidding.
Wait,
Of
what?
their
What?
1JK.
Thank
Sorry.
you for listening.
Hold on.
His ambitious plans activated the imagination of 1JK Productions, who launched their own blog documenting the supposed development of their own Sonichu the game.
Oh my god.
Chris gave them his full support, unknowingly endorsing an elaborate ruse, with JK being a common acronym for just kidding.
Oh my god.
On August 18th, Bob wrote a letter for Chris. In stark contrast to the one he had written during Christian's early childhood, this was much more brief, but nevertheless, still hopeful and optimistic about Chris's future. Dear Christian, at this time in life, you and Sonichu need a quest and purpose in life. Let Sonichu become a champion for autistic persons everywhere and continually defeat the perils of autism. Sonichu could become the spokesperson for autistic persons with an ongoing fight for them in chapter after chapter or good deeds on the internet. He could become the spokesperson from now on. You and Sonichu could become famous worldwide.
I mean, they did become famous. How are you enjoying your fall down the Chris hole?
On August 19th, a 3-member group created an online female persona by the name of Blanca Weiss, whose name was derived from the Spanish and German words for white. According to her story,
Jesus fucking Christ.
she was working on her
How's Chris's hole? Not as tight as mine! Heyo!
own comic book and created her own character called Jigglyami, a singing Pokemon based on Jigglypuff. She relayed this information to Christian via email and encouraged him to have her featured in a future Sonichu issue.
Do you
Chris
regret
was
this
beyond
journey yet?
impressed with her and later made a full-body collage
I've
drawing
regretted
of Jigglyami, which she wanted to send to her home address, but she
many.
declined. In
But
order to
I
gain her
can't
trust, Christian
blame
talked
it all
about
on this.
himself, copying and pasting large sections from his various social media accounts.
Massey is now boarding.
In
Welcome to
return,
Global Airlines.
the
Hope you have
troll
a safe and
sent him
enjoyable
this
flight.
photograph as evidence of the veracity of her character, and talked more about her backstory. Chris admitted that she was growing on him. By the next
Oh
day,
my
he was
God.
already working on a
This is
scene in
full
the comic
troll.
starring
This is a full
Jigglyami.
troll.
Blanca
God.
retorted with the lyrics for a song meant to be performed by Jigglyami. He let her know that he was almost finished Sonichu issue 7, and that he would feature Blanca and Robert Simmons in special interview segments.
Oh my God.
Chris mentioned that he helped Robert overcome some problems regarding his own love quest, such as abandoning the idea of an attraction sign. I later realized that a sign made me look retarded, so I stopped long time ago. I suggested that he try to put himself in the center of an open area and try some Axe body spray, he stated, under the impression that Axe body spray would have the same result as is demonstrated in their infamous ad campaign. The only thing about him that I feel different about, his version of my medallion. I don't know how to describe the way I feel about it, but from looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, or oh my god. I think you can understand, but please do not tell him that I said that. Sonichu issue 7 picks up where issue 6 left off, with Chris and Megan on the basketball court, chatting with Bionic.
I don't know.
who
I don't know
thanks
what
Megan
they're
for
talking
setting
about.
him up with
I do
Megagi.
that to any guy
Bionic
who
and
comes
Megaji's
around
displays of
smelling like
affection
Axe.
almost bring Christian to tears, because it reminds him of his loneliness and virginity, but is comforted by Megan. They ask Magi-chan and
Still
Sonichu about
Megan?
pinpointing the location
Dude,
of the
Megan
Sonichu
is.
balls,
Oh God.
which by now
still?
are being referred to as Sonichu crystals, due to numerous comments made
That's
by
what I'm
trolls
saying! That's what
highlighting
I'm
the
saying!
homoerotic nuance of the term balls. The purpose and abilities of the aforementioned crystals are yet to be revealed. They determined that one crystal might have been lost in the past, and if they found the one who touched it last, they would know where to find it. Magi-chan realizes that at the exact instance when Chris thought up Bionic the Hedgehog in 1996, he was hit in the head by what he thought was a basketball, but it was actually a Sonichu crystal. Christian randomly transitions into a Family Guy-style sketch and gives Seth MacFarlane full permission to implement this idea in a future episode of Family Guy. The sketch in question is the one that was previewed in a video
Blessed
in
Heretic
which
is
Chris,
now boarding. Welcome to
stylized
Movement
as
Airlines. Hope
Family
you have a
Guy's
safe and
Peter
enjoyable
Griffin,
flight.
is
It
incorporated
really
into the setting of
did!
Filmation's
I didn't say
Ghostbusters
anything,
cartoon.
they did!
Ironically, his witty reimagining of himself bears far more resemblance to his actual appearance than his official comic book persona. Magi-chan says that he can bring Chris and Sonichu back to 1996 to retrieve the crystal, so he encapsulates the three into a time sphere that brings them back to Chris's time in Manchester High School.
I'm just kind of sitting here.
Current day Chris happens upon 14-year-old Chris,
Lord.
who has a conversation with Joseph Herring, depicted as having an acne-ridden face, despite all known photos showing him clear-skinned and handsome.
That's so
Chris is hit
mean!
in-
This is based off a real person?
Despite all known photos showing him clear-skinned and
Look what he did to him! There's absolutely nothing wrong with having acne anyways, Gino. Jesus.
handsome. Chris is hit in the head by the crystal, and Sonichu discreetly catches it, avoiding any possible temporal tampering. Beavis and Butthead is also briefly referenced.
Hey, Beavis
They
and
proceed to
Butthead!
bring the crystal back to the present day,
I've heard
but
of
the
them.
time sphere abruptly stops, flinging Chris out of it. Magi-chan comes to the conclusion that Chris is lost. Shenhui stopped. The crystal's power made him able to pass through my sphere. The crystals activated like rockets upon his friction from the stop, and he was propelled into the void of time. There is nothing
Chris
we can
taught
do
me
for
the
him right
first
now.
ever crossover?
All we can do is
More
wait for
likely
Time
than you
Warp to
think.
pen,
More
and
likely.
if
And
I sense
also,
his
Ryan
presence
Disease
at
is
that
now boarding.
moment,
Welcome to
there
Live
is a
Airlines. Hope you have a
chance
safe
I
and
can go
enjoyable
in
flight.
and retrieve him. The Time Warp may open at any random time in the future.
Yeah, that's true.
Christian's
Definitely
self-imposed exclusion
inability
from
to
the
separate
storyline
fiction
was
from
in order
reality.
to satisfy
Like,
the
I'm not
many
really
people
thinking,
online
because he
telling
keeps
him
saying
that
that
the Sonichu
autism is like
comics
a
primarily
big
focused
reason
on
to a lot
Chris
of the
rather
things,
than the
but
eponymous
there's a lot
hero.
of things that like
Sonichu
it's-
informs
you know what I'm
Roshu
saying?
of the
It's
situation,
definitely like something
stating
he
that he will
uses as
survive
an
and
excuse
will
or a
be in a
crutch.
sense watching over them like God. They embrace, with Chris depicting Roshu's panties under her skirt, in order to defy all claims that he is a homosexual. Meanwhile, in the time void, Chris possibly absorbs the two crystals into his hands,
How
which
is
causes
he
his mind to
actually
flood
going
with
through all of
memories
these
from
comics
his recent
right now?
real-life past, which clash with the thoughts of the comic book Chris, drawing the episode to a close. The comic segues into a special section devoted to the
one thing
goings-on
about
of the
like the fact that his art
KCWC
doesn't seem to
radio
get better over
station,
time is because he
hosted by
thinks his
DJ
art is at its
Jamsta
best
Sonichu
already. That's
and
why.
his
So it
girlfriend,
depends on
Lalisa
him.
Roschu.
The
He
animation.
interviews
They fired
Gigliami
the
and her
anime
cute
fancy
manager
shot.
Blanca. Gigliami is portrayed with a medallion bearing her own likeness around her neck. Lalisa then conducts an in-depth interview with Robert Simmons V, who is said to resemble Chris in many ways. On the day issue 7 was released, Christian finished drawing
Yeah.
the cover for the Spring Break special issue 8.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like, can you imagine actually now being able to say that Chris-chan wrote about you and that you actually like spoke to this person?
He sent to Blanca. For this issue, he changed the name of the comic to Roschu.
He pioneered the beach
Towards
episode.
the end
He
of
really
August,
did.
Evan Christopher George
God
uploaded a
bless him.
Sonichu-related creation, which he called Seamanchu, which, according to his official biography,
Seamanchu? Have you ever seen? It's Gino. It's Simon. Gino. It's Simon Chu. The fuck?
was originally a Pikachu that was raised by a swarm of
Oh
Pokemon
shit! I didn't
called
know that. What the
Beedrill.
hell? Well, now I'm
Despite
kind
the
of
drills
sad.
in lieu of hands design bearing resemblance to that of Beedrill, the character's name, red goggles, and drills are derived from semen as seen in the anime series Gurren Lagann. Evan decided to email his creation to Chris in the hopes of being included in a future issue of Sonichu. However, Chris rejected the idea, instead adapting the character into a new ground bug-type female creation called Simonla Rosechu, mistaking Simonchu's goggles for infrared eyelids and his cape for a shell. 2 days later, Christian uploaded a video describing his role in the development of the Sonichu video game by JK Productions, still under the impression that it was a legitimate organization.
Alright, well, first off, I am going to give y'all some talk as suggested by my associates who are in on the Sonichu game that's in development.
God bless. God bless.
I'm still say about the story very much. I got a big chunk of the stories in my head. It's gonna be like multiple stories, like, you know, we'll go through multiple characters, all the original Science U and Rose 2 Hedgehogs. Once we get the game project off the ground, hopefully with the assistance of Nintendo of America and Sega of America, there will definitely be the release of the official Science U merchandise, including officially released and distributed, manufactured medallions for one.
Now that's marketing. That's marketing right there. There we do. We can't. I've been holding my pee in.
Copies of my
I'm sorry, we cannot do 4
on TV
episodes.
DVD.
But now you can come back next time, right?
Bits of on the YouTube and such, and as well as possible Sonic 2 action figures.
He mentions that the Sonic 2 comic will once again be focused on Sonic 2, and that Chris will eventually return, only to retire as mayor of Quickville and give himself a smaller role in the story. He then continues to elaborate on the storyline of the game.
And then we go on to Bubbles. Everybody love Bubbles? Bubbles is the bubbly one! Anyway, yeah.
Just this pause. Bubbles is the bubbly one! Anyway, yeah.
She'll get more wet. I mean, all the hedgehogs.
Hell yes, you will.
To go through all the same levels, except variation. Bubbles will mostly be able to swim. Somewhat underwater versions of those levels. And a Juck, you know, well, she'll be flying high, casting off wing attacks against the enemies in her story.
Same.
He reveals that Black Sonichu's name will change.
You guys actually like question this, but I make these jokes and I make these comments all the time. All the time.
Possibly as a response to the backlash he had received due to the racial connotations of the name.
Also, you know, for short, for Black Sonichu was Black Chew, I'm changing it. For his nickname, as it will be revealed in the upcoming Spring Break issue.
Spring Break issue!
He will prefer to be called Blake. Simply Blake. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, Blake's farting around with Bubbles.
Flirting or farting?
But Bubbles likes to try to think that she can keep it to herself. Like, you know, she has like, you know, ooh, she turned on by the dark side of the Force. And all the nuttiness that Blake will want to bring with him.
He talks about Blanca and her involvement in his personal and creative life.
You know, it's nice to know that I actually do have a good gal pal that I've made over the internet recently, whose inspired character, she was inspired by me. Her inspired character I've given my full approval of and introduced in the comic I just uploaded to what is now can also be considered to be SciChew.net. Nothing but net. Screw your com, I got the net. Yeah. And she, herself, is the original character of the new bubblegum pop star, Jiggly Yummy! Jiggly Yummy!
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, like, you know, it's possible she and I might actually meet in the future, but, I don't have any future plans as of this point, but, you know, I think I'll feel better with my future set when I have my, sweetheart. So, thank you very much, every one of you, for your, patronage. And I hope you all have a pleasant day.
Christian's newfound infamy brought him much stress and hardship, with him hardly being able to cope with the constant barrage of trolling, getting ever more challenging to discern what was false and what was true, what was an advice and what was an insult. But he still had his principles, his dreams and ambitions, to see himself through the most trying period of his life.
Absolutely. I would not meet up with Quick. Jesus. All the things with Activision. Jesus. Whew. Well, that's we're doing this. We're doing this. Yeah, all the parts are this long. I have what's 59 minus 5, 54 more episodes going. I have 54 more episodes. 54. Alrighty. Me trying to just remember my life and who I am and what I do. And yeah. You ever like do or watch or something and it just, you ever, you know? How am I supposed to continue saying this? Like, what am I supposed to say? We have fun, right, Chad? 86, please! 86, oh my god. Okay. Oh, good god. Educate is now boarding. Well... Oh, welcome to Lilybell Airlines. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable flight. Sorry, for some reason, I literally, like, didn't even do this. Right. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Nummy Noodles is doing a 1-year anniversary, and, so we're gonna go, so I can pitch a rate, that may improve the mood. Who are you pitching, Benij? I never get to, who are you pitching? I never get to, like, send who you're pitching. Pablo channel? Okay, hold on. Let me look up. Ooh, secret karaoke? Okay, hold on. I wanna see this. Oh, he's cute! Okay. I know. No. It's fine. We'll be fine. Hold on. What am I doing? I don't even. Yeah. I don't even know what life is all the time now, so it's cactus time. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for everybody who's joined us in our trials and tribulations through this entire documentary and stream. We will continue this. Like, this is now a series, as much as I want to puke doing it. So, thank you so much. My name is Lilybell. I love to travel, and I'm just trying my fucking best. Thank you for flying with Lilybell Airlines. Bye-bye now.